Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Talking Shit. Today, Brian is going to be our guest, one of our guests. So I had to go out and find a good co-host. So I'm going to bring her on now. Her name's Heather. She's been on here before, but let's see what she has to say.
Hello.
Brian told me to get, we were going through a list of people who we thought would be good for the show. And he goes, okay, let's do a female. So on the top of the list, I said, okay, let's do Heather. So
I was like, absolutely.
I don't think I'll be able to line these guys up the way that I'm trying to, because Wes is not in here yet. So let's bring them in one at a time. Well, since the Marines is right there, we'll try to get them as close as possible to it. We're going to bring in my brother, Christopher Bensett. He was the Marine. Next up, oh, shit. We're going to bring in Brian. And I'm not, sorry, Brian, but you're next in line. I was going to bring you last. Get your ass up there.
That's fine.
And the next, the hardest one to find until, I asked Heather, is the Coast Guard, and it's Brendan Roy.
Good evening.
What's happening, everybody?
Yeah.
Hello.
West is trying to get in. I don't know what his problem is.
Sure he is. I know what his problem is. He went to Lecanto High School.
So did we.
Oh, yeah. How did I end up in here?
Oh no.
And we already know, guys, we discussed this before the show, but we already know why the Air Force guy isn't here. The
Air Force guy is going to be late. He's running 30 minutes late. He is working.
30 minutes? Jesus.
He's working.
He's going to show up right before the credits.
Hey, you could blame that on your, on your friends. Brian.
What,
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, what are my friends
Yeah, it's all my fault.
It's like,
Yeah.
They're not even in the Air Force.
All right.
Wouldn't it have been nice, though? I mean, let's think about that. I mean, they got better food and better barracks and stuff. Better everything.
Yeah.
The original person that was supposed to do the Air Force had a change of plans because of what he's working on right now. And we'll have him on in a different day, hopefully, when he'll be able to talk to us about the case that he's working on.
Oh, one of those.
Yes. Robert Palmer. Did I say it right?
Robert Palmer.
Palmer.
P-A-R-M-E-R, yeah.
Yeah.
From the Broken System podcast.
Right. All right. Normally, I start off the same way every time. Brian knows the routine, but he gets the question asked. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good. I'm fantastic. I'm here.
I'm cold. Living in Michigan. So
Fantastic. Got a job done today. Got a workout in. So great day.
Ooh.
Yep.
Is it still snowing there, Chris?
no, we only got some flurries on Halloween, but like some parts of Michigan got like 8.5 inches.
Yeah, my cousin made like 5 snowballs and he put them in the freezer for me.
I'm not ready for that.
I'll be up there next week, so I can't wait. Yeah, I'm from Florida, so I get a little excited when I see snow, even though I've seen it before plenty of time.
Mark likes to eat the yellow stuff. He's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Hey, add sugar to
snow
to
cone.
it and vanilla. Yeah, sure, why not? As long as it's not the brown shit.
Because you just have vanilla on hand.
No.
Yeah, we just walk around.
You don't
with little
carry that in your
bottles
back
of vanilla.
pocket?
Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean
did.
Heather, right? Like that's a
Like,
yeah.
come
I got
on.
mine right here.
Oh, is it a Floridian thing? Does it keep like the gators away?
No, you zigzag for gators. And here's Wesley South. He represents the Army. Of course, he's like
In the room.
5 minutes late.
Hey, you know how we do it.
Yeah.
Sorry
Like,
about
The
that,
rest
guys.
of us were up in this bitch as hurry up and wait status. We were like, okay, well, we're here.
Yeah, hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait.
I mean, Brian said it was because you went to Lecanto, but you know.
I like the look.
Just saying. Mark's over here finger fucking the computer. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
what are you doing?
Come on, you're so close. Keep
Around?
going.
I feel like
I'm
we're
done.
dancing,
Okay.
kind of.
There you go.
Okay, that's
Got
what
you.
you wanted to do?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm getting closer. Once the
Oh,
Air Force gets in, I'll stick them in between you two.
Oh, don't worry. We got until
Oh,
tomorrow.
we're still waiting on somebody.
It's the
Yeah.
Air Force. Who do you think?
Yeah, touche.
I
Alright.
thought 15 minutes late. Mark's like, oh, yeah, he told me he's going to be 30 minutes late. I'm like,
Well, he said about 30.
fucking tip. I bet that's what they tell their company commanders and that too. Yeah, I'll be there 30 minutes from now.
Yeah, we just want you to show up. Really, that's really the most important thing. Take your time when you feel comfortable. I'd like
When you're
just
ready.
show up. Just when you're ready.
That's
No rush.
fantastic.
No
Yes,
rush.
exactly.
No rush. The
No
war
rush.
will wait for you.
we're on your time.
We're on your-
We're on your time.
Meanwhile, we're getting pinned down and having to wait for their sorry asses to show up.
No, okay, yeah. We're gonna go
Okay,
ahead
yeah.
and start without the Air Force, anyways.
Don't we always?
Yeah. The war's over. These guys are just now showing up with their fucking beach sandals and shit.
Aren't they the ones that's supposed to be flying the planes?
And Starbucks in hand.
No, bud, that's actually the United States Navy that's flying those planes.
God help us all. Anyways,
My Air Force guys and my Marine Corps guys, those guys are flying the heavy artillery choppers. Yep. Driving them tanks.
okay, Brian, shut up.
Okay.
All right, Heather, you're gonna start us off with questions.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to all of you. No matter what your position was, no matter how long you were in, I just thank you for the courage and just everything that you have done. I really appreciate it. And yeah.
Thank
So
you.
let's see. We'll jump
We
into
appreciate it.
questions so we don't get too.
I was in the downward dog position a lot, Heather. I just thought you should know that.
I believe it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, sorry. Question?
Yeah.
Was there a question?
We're posing statements now, are we, Brendan?
Sorry.
This is a safe space. The truth comes out, you know? It's like
And do we?
Hey,
get
we
to
are
cross
live
it?
and we
I
do
don't know
have
if you want to
viewers,
know all
so
the truth.
Yeah, we're live. Just it's just right here.
That's
though.
right,
live
Wes.
right here, right? Like no one else is
No.
listening to this.
Yeah,
No.
that's right.
the world isn't
Yeah, yeah.
listening. You're fine.
We actually have a comment.
Oh.
Wow, you say that with such surprise.
No.
All right.
I'm not putting that up.
Oh boy.
God, I want to see it.
Okay.
That was after the military. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
All
right.
You keep making Heather laugh. She's never going to be able to ask the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
all right,
That was technically that wasn't my fault. That was John's fault.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. How to start off these questions. We got some
Fire.
good ones. Let's start off with an easy one. What is your favorite military movie and why?
Who you want to start this thing here?
We'll
Yeah.
go. We'll go this. We'll go with Wesley first, and then we'll go down
Oh.
the line.
Great, thanks.
No pressure.
He doesn't know anything to do with military.
Actually, I have quite a few ones that I like. But most recent ones probably be Lone Survivor or American Sniper.
Mm.
Both great movies.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they were both based on true stories.
Right.
You might see a theme here. Full Metal Jacket. Heartbreak Ridge.
Oh wow.
I love that movie. Love that movie. And then Saving Private Ryan's always a great one.
Of course.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? What?
Yep.
I met him a couple times.
That's cool.
I had to. I knew somebody was going to say that, so I had to have that one on hand.
Oh heck
I
yeah.
love it. I'm kind of mad I didn't think of it.
So I also am a huge Full Metal Jacket fan. Along with it may seem cliche, but Top Gun.
Oh yeah.
And there's one that I just recently watched. I don't know if you guys have checked it out. It's called The Wall. It's actually an older movie.
Yes, I've seen that one.
It is absolutely fantastic. It's literally the guy is pinned down at a wall, and it's actually got John Cena in it, right?
Yes.
He's hit the sniper, and his spotter is now stuck behind the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic movie. Fantastic.
It's a slow burn, but it worked.
Well, I mean, Full Metal Jacket, of course, that's the go-to. But I would also say Tropic Thunder. It's a classic.
Oh. You never go full retard.
That's so
Never
underrated.
go full retard.
You never go full retard.
What do you mean, you people?
I'm the dude playing the dude, pretending to be another dude.
That is a great movie.
Yeah.
All right. One of the questions that actually Brian had suggested, but I already know because I've asked most of you anyways. Which branch has the best food?
Air Force.
All right, so I don't know. So what is the best food? What you got to help me out. I don't know any of this.
I mean, none of the food is great, but
Yeah.
Air Force had the best.
They have
Steak
chefs.
and lobster every Friday night.
Yeah, those guys got chefs that they're not people in the military cooking for them. It's actually they have. I think Gordon Ramsay has cooked for the Air Force a couple of times.
Get out of here.
On Hell's Kitchen, he did it once too. He
I'm not
actually.
even kidding. Yeah.
Uh,
So yes, the Air Force absolutely has the best chow. That's what we call it, chow.
All right, what was
We
your
used to go-
favorite food and what was your worst?
I'm sorry.
What was your favorite food and what was the worst?
For the worst, MREs.
Oh my god.
I'll
We
trade,
nicknamed
I'll
it,
trade.
meals rejected by Ethiopians.
They're so terrible. I remember in Iraq, we had like 20 boxes that we just cut every single one of them open, and we were all just picking out really just the snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you
The
want.
M&Ms and
Well, I was a fan of the lemon poppy seed muffin, whatever it was. It
The
was
pound
always
cake.
my favorite go-to. And then I would always do white trash pudding, which was just opening up the hot chocolate packet and then pouring in a little bit of water, mixing it up, and just basically eating it like that.
So I'm in the Navy. We were out to sea often, and we would always have chicken. We ate so much fucking chicken that I didn't know where the chicken was coming from, and I'm pretty sure we were eating seagull because I saw a couple of them flying around the damn antennas and shit. But I'm going to tell you something.
And then you didn't.
When yeah, that's right. When we had Marines on board, and I made friends with a couple of Marines, and I grabbed some MREs from those guys. The spaghetti and meat sauce was probably my favorite, but I always scoped out anything that had the jalapeno cheddar cheese in it.
Yep.
That
Chili
shit
Mac.
was amazing.
Chili Mac.
Chili
The
Mac.
Chili Mac, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping quiet because we kind of had like Air Force food basically. So,
Oh,
Bitch.
so what did you not like?
like
Brussels
the
sprouts.
the Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid like it was the worst, and then the coffee is ass. Like, but that's everywhere. I think that was pretty much the standard.
Yeah.
I still drank it. I still drank a lot of it, but yeah, it was pretty much garbage. But yeah, I would say like food wise, they treated us pretty good. So it was still, Cisco, but it was still.
How many times
Yeah.
did you guys have Gordon Ramsay come and cook for you guys?
Well,
Yeah.
no
right.
Gordon Ramsay, but at least our guys tried. So yeah.
Cool.
All right. What made you decide to join the military?
Hmm. Well, it definitely wasn't for the pay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's normally a certain reason why somebody joins. It's either to get away from where they're going, because they wanted to, or because of war. A lot of people did it for 9/11. Some wanted it for college.
I mean, for me, I had nothing going on. Like, I had nothing going on. I was barely passing high school. I was stocking shelves at a grocery store, and this is how the recruiter talked me into it. I was at home one day, my car was broken down, and I'm trying to find a ride to work or a ride back. And recruiter just happens to call, and he's like, "Hey, this is Staff Sergeant blah blah blah. I'm with the Marine Corps." And so, hey, you thinking about joining? I was like, dude, I'm not interested. I'm trying to find a ride home right now from work. And he was just like,
he's coming. I'll come
get you.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I gotta beat my
okay.
numbers.
And then like we're sitting at the house, and then he's like, starts spitting his game, gives me a shirt, and I was like, sounds good. I knew
free
nothing.
T-shirt does it every time.
Yeah, I knew nothing about the Marine Corps. Nothing. I knew nothing about the branch. And then like after I told people I was going to join, they were like, "Have you seen Full Metal Jacket?" I was like, "Oh." So like I watched it, and then all of a sudden I was like, what the hell did I just get myself into?
You just got to smoke a little weed before you go to MEPS, man. Then they put you on a 30-day holdover.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I did do that. And, they did. They broke into the Navy's office to get their piss test. And then they had me stay up all night slamming water. And they were like, you do not go to bed until that's clean. I think
Wow.
You should have seen it. They had this I think this one dude was like 6'5". He was pushing the tiles up. And he crawled over the wall into the Navy office and grabbed like 5 tests.
That's fantastic.
Like
We're gonna
that's
piss
how,
you until you fucking piss clean.
right? They want you. And like I committed, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do reserves. And then we're like 6 months out. He calls me down, and he's like, hey, why don't you want to go active duty? I was like, I want to be around here. And he's like, let me ask you a couple questions. I was like, okay. He goes, do you have a girlfriend? I was like, no. You gonna go to college? No. Do you have a good job? No. Get me out of here.
You got me.
Yeah, right. Like 3 questions. I was like, all right, let's uproot this.
So I don't remember, man. I think mine was literally because somebody told me, dude, you should join the military. You get to see the world. My grandfather was a frogman back in the day. And I thought frogman was a pretty cool gig because those are the guys that created UDT and the SEALs. Right. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to join the Navy. I'm going to become a Navy SEAL. No. Nah. But I wanted to see the world. And then, in boot camp, they explained to us that 70% of the world is made out of water. So I was going to get to see a bunch of that.
They weren't lying.
They were not lying. That's the only
part that wasn't lying about.
I got to see a lot of ocean. A lot.
So were you with a Mew?
You guys were attached. We had a couple of Mews attached to a couple of different entities that I was part of. So like I was on a Gator freighter called the Saipan, and it was like the 32nd, I think 32nd Mew or something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but
Okay.
yeah, I know it's a Marine expeditionary unit. Is that what that stands for?
Yeah.
We had a couple of you guys. Not when I say a couple, you guys took up berthings after berthings on the ship. It's the weirdest fucking thing walking through there, watching people wash laundry in a fucking bucket. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Go to laundry and wash that shit.
Oh, dude,
No, this is how we got PT in the morning. We got to watch this now.
Dude, when I was in Kuwait, like my first week in Kuwait, I just didn't really want to go anywhere, so I would just take a shower with a bottle of water in the back. I just walk behind the tent, just grab 2 bottles of water, just pour it on myself because they've been baking in the sun all day. So
We've done some field training exercises where we just threw our uniforms from the day before out on a tree branch and let the rain wash it all out, and the next day be dry.
There you go. Wes, why did you end up joining the military again?
I originally wanted to go in when I first got out of high school, but I was involved in a bad car accident, so I actually didn't join until I was about 27.
the old man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was considered one of the old farts, putting it nicely, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing.
You were everybody's best friend in the barracks.
Uh,
Like, he'll get beer.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, the drill sergeants, whenever I was going through, they were just like, "Yeah, we ain't messing with you. you're fucking older than us." So, but no, I've always wanted to go in. Family members, my grandfather, father, was carrying on family tradition, I guess.
Hey, don't forget your son did it too.
Yeah, my son, he just actually got out a couple weeks ago
Nice.
after 6 years.
Our niece is in boot camp right now.
Yes. She's got less than a month to go now.
Yeah, she came to see me, and I was trying to convince her that if she wanted to go in the Navy, she could do anything she wanted to because I think her scores were pretty fantastic.
From what I remember, they were, and like I even
yeah.
told her too. I was like, "Don't go Marines." I was like, "Get that signing bonus. Do something that's going to translate into the civilian world, except for drinking."
Well, what she did pick will work for her in the civil.
I don't even know what she did.
I think it's something to do with cyber tech or something like that. Stephanie,
I was going to say you can't say intelligence, bro. That doesn't
No.
exist in the Marine
no.
Corps. I'm just kidding.
Oh
Cyber,
no, dude! It's you know what Marine stands
There you
for,
go.
right?
there you go.
My ass rides.
Muscles
on Navy equipment.
Wes is getting that.
Muscles are required. Intelligence non-essential.
There you go.
Brendan, why'd you join the Coast Guard? What were you doing?
Dude, shut up. You're not the host.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
not asking the question. So
I was-
Started.
Whoa, Brian.
Wow.
Someone's disliking you right now.
Hey, Stephanie says stuff to
It's a Facebook user. I am not what you would call a smart man. So
No.
that is
there's
pretty
4
much-
of us up here, so we get it.
Yeah. Heather, why was that so sarcastic? So yeah, mostly I knew college wasn't for me. I knew I didn't want to stick around my hometown, and I wanted to do something worthwhile, and I figured out I don't know if I would go to college, so I'd get the GI Bill. So that was kind of, and then my dad and my grandfather in the Navy, and my other grandfather was in the Army. So I went through those 2 recruiters, and then I was talking at work one day. There was 2 guys that showed up, and they were in the Coast Guard, and they kind of convinced me to go talk to that recruiter. So I talked to that guy, and seemed like I'd be, well, at that time, the Coast Guard pretty much stayed stateside, unless there was full on war. And so I was in 98 to 2002. So there was a there was a lot of action for about 3 years there.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. So, but yeah. So basically, I just I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I just figured I'd do something worthwhile and not just sit around. Although I made more money as a lifeguard than I ever did in the military.
I said we didn't do it for the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was insane, insanely awful.
You guys ever sit down like when you first joined to try to figure out how much money we made an hour? I think I broke
It was
this
like
down.
minimum. It was
Single-
lower
single
than minimum
digit.
wage.
Single
It
digit.
was like 50 cents an hour or something.
It's like 50
that.
cents an hour or something. It's like a quarter or something because
Yeah.
you got to look at it as we work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't get a day off. Think about that. So I sat there one day and I was trying to figure out how much money do we really make, you know? And I think it came out to like a quarter. I was like, this is retarded. Why did we do this?
I think you're being generous.
Listen, the healthcare was fantastic for the most part because I mean you could cut your arm off and you are getting so much Motrin.
So much. I still have some 20 years ago.
I get it all the time now from the VA because I get my head injury thing. So I'll tell you what though,
You had the head injury before that.
no. I kind of wish that Motrin was illegal.
You'd be slinging it like oxy.
Yeah, so much of it. Yeah, think about that, guys. I mean, I know you guys have went to medical or what do you call it, the infirmary or whatever. So
Sick call.
think about that. Every time you got sick, you cut your finger. I jammed a finger one time. I almost cut my finger off when I had a wedding ring on. And hey, here's some Motrin. Here's a Band-Aid. See you later.
Go back to
It
work.
wasn't even like come back. It was just like here
So,
you go.
Hey, you forgot. Drink water.
Drink water.
So right here, you can't really tell, but like this middle finger is crooked because first event of the Crucible, we were doing some rope swinging thing where like wood chips were lava. And so the first guy like jumps on the rope, gets over, tosses it over to me. I jump on and I just hear snap. I'm like, oh shit. And I go, and I look and it's just already swollen, crooked. And I go up to my drill instructor and I'm like, sir, this recruit thinks he broke his finger. And he's like, which one? And I was like, bam. And he was like, Marine, that better be fucking broken. And then like I put it up to my thumb and it was like, it was almost as big as my thumb at that point.
Wow.
And he was like, okay, you got two options. You can stay and finish, or you can go back, let it heal up. You hop in with another platoon and finish the Crucible. And I was like, just forget I was here. And so, like, and then after we do the Crucible, we have our Warriors breakfast and we do inspections, like in our uniforms, which is just totally ass backwards. And I'm sitting there, and we're in our Bravos, and I have my rifle out to the side, and I got my middle finger kind of like bulged out, and this master gunnery sergeant just comes up with old man bear strength, just grips it, and he just sees me go. He's like, Marine, let's go. What happened? I was like, sir, this Marine broke his finger on the Crucible, and he looked at it and he was like, get out of here.
Wow.
So I took off and went to sick bay or whatever it was, and yeah, they almost medically discharged me
Over a finger. Think about that.
Yeah, because like when most of the time when you break
I
a
thought
finger,
soldiers were strong.
Ooh.
No, I'm just picking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But typically when you break a finger, you break it side to side. I broke mine from knuckle to knuckle. So they were talking, and they were talking about putting pins and all this kind of stuff in it, and I just ignored them.
Hard pass.
Yeah, it's like, nah. I was like, I just did the Crucible. I'm not getting kicked out for a middle finger. Now I kind of wish I would have.
Randomly discharged for a sore finger.
Yeah.
Why'd you get out? Because of this?
So when
That's
was
just-
everybody in?
07 to 13.
Yours was 7 to 13.
Mm-hmm.
When were you in, Chris?
So I was in from I went in July of 2001. I was on Paris Island when 9/11 happened. And then I got out in July of 15 or July of 05. Sorry. About to give myself some years.
Yeah,
I
right
was,
after I remember right after Zachary was born.
I went in right after high school, so 96 in out of the Navy in 08. What a great time that was.
Yeah.
And then right into the nasty guard for a couple of years. So
It was a couple years. Man,
Yeah,
I should have
dude.
laid off the drugs earlier. I don't remember that. No,
you gonna let Brendan answer those questions? Shut up. You're not hosting anymore.
shut up.
Yeah, we've kind of just taken over.
Okay.
I mean,
I
but that's
mean,
what
technically
happens when you
speaking,
get
I did.
military together. They just kind of
take over everything.
Usurped.
Yeah.
But hey, Chris, I brought you something though, man.
who?
You
know,
we were supposed to be hiding those, Wesley.
We knew that was coming.
I was almost gonna put some on my desk and be like, "Look, I brought a snack."
You just munch on them.
But there's a place in New Jersey, and I'm sorry if I just keep talking. There's a place in New Jersey. There's a brewery that makes a beer called Liquid Crayons. I've been trying to find it, but like they don't have any like shipping options that I've seen so
bull.
far. I'm like,
Oh, I bet you I could find somebody that could get some to ship them out.
Where is it at? Is it next to a marine
I'm
base?
about 6 hours from Jersey.
All right, so I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person. I'm pretty sure anyone who's watching has no idea what the crayon joke is. Who wants to explain the crayon joke here?
All right, hold on.
Oh, no.
Real quick.
Let Brendan.
Brendan needs to answer the question first. When were you in and when did you get out? Hold on. We're skipping shit here.
Oh,
Always like the military.
Hey,
God
don't
damn
we
it.
normally do that on our show?
So I actually signed up delayed entry program. I actually signed up my junior year of high school in 97. I was an overachiever with that. And then
Extra money,
yeah, not much, but yeah, probably an extra $5.
Yeah.
But then 2002, August 2002, I got out. I did my 4 years and gave him 2 double middle fingers. Said that's enough
Did
of
you
that.
say that the soldier broke these 2 fingers?
Yeah, yeah. Chris broke this one. I broke this one. Have a nice day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Heather, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
She
No,
wants to know
the
where Crayon
crayons.
Eater came
The
from.
crayon joke.
And I want Brendan to explain this. I want to see if it's any different than what you guys explain it.
Oh, geez. All I know is they call them Crayon Eaters. I don't even know why they call them Crayon Eaters.
see, okay,
except
I'm
that-
not alone.
Except they assume that they're stupid. And
There you go.
Right.
they eat crayons.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
you were stupid enough to join the Marine Corps. You're stupid enough to eat this crayon. Have a
there
bite.
you go.
That was it.
Basically, that's it.
That's
Just
the
a
gist
low
of it. The
low
short and,
IQ.
the short and
Yeah.
skinny.
Who else
no,
do you
that-
know
there's-
that eats crayons? Let me just throw this out there.
3 years.
I thought it might have been something different.
Nope.
No, it's always been the running joke for the Marine Corps, and I didn't know where it came from either. But
Yeah.
they basically said you have to be pretty childish or something like that to join the Marine Corps, or you're just not smart enough to do anything else or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, the Navy guys, I think we always just used to say, "Do you want a crayon? You're fussing, you're angry, you're bitter. Do you need crayons? What do you need?"
This is Chris's wife, Maggie. She was wondering the same question.
See,
Don't you tell her anything about the military?
I'll just let her respond.
So the answer is no.
I mean, I'm not a person that like I tell the general stuff, but like nobody really asks about it. Like, you know, they just ask like were you in war? Yes. What did
was
you
war
do?
like?
Yeah, and like, what did you do over there? Was it hot? Like, I'm like, yeah, it was like 135 degrees. Like,
God, dude, yeah,
Yeah.
Or was it a dry heat?
oh,
it's a horrible.
it
heat.
doesn't matter when you're trying to
I mean-
dump in a porta john that's been baking in 135 degrees.
Oh,
It's a
God.
shitty sauna, basically, because you come out of there just sweating. Like, I lost like 50 pounds over there.
I got flown into Turkey when I first joined the military. Got done with boot camp and flew me right to my first command, but we landed in Turkey. So I was like, okay, well, what the fuck are we doing in Turkey? Well, I don't know if anybody else has ever been there, but I got to see the airport, and it was kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like a prison itself. If you want to talk about hot, I literally got off the plane and everything started sweating. My fingertips, my toes, everything was sweating. I was like, holy crap.
Okay.
And the whole time I'm in a dress white uniform. Oh, who does this?
Okay, then let's jump to that question, and we'll start with Wesley, or Wes. What countries have you seen?
Okay.
Ireland, Germany, Iraq, Kuwait.
Any other?
Yeah, that was the 4.
Chris?
Tijuana, Mexico. I was in Spain for 6 hours. I couldn't even get off the plane because I had to sit with the weapons. But mainly I did like 11 months in Iraq and Kuwait.
Let's see.
Brian,
Yeah.
just say the world.
Not really. I mean, a lot of it though. There were places I wished I could have went, but Italy was dirty. I loved Israel. Israel's fantastic. If anybody ever gets a chance to go check that place out.
Not right now.
Israel. No, not right now, but Turkey, obviously, Spain, Puerto Rico, also Tijuana a few times. Not for any particular reason.
Tijuana.
Just a lot of different places, man. A lot to name, I think.
Do you still have that jacket?
Oh no, the one that had all the countries. That was
Yeah.
just my East Coast jacket.
Right.
I have no clue what happened to that thing.
I remember that jacket. You came over to the house that one time, you stayed the night, and you had that jacket.
That's
Okay.
a whole other story.
Wrong kind. Wrong kind.
Night
No,
you
no,
spent
no,
the
no, no. I stepped into that one. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mark was always yelling,
Twin bed or full
Jacket.
size?
"Jacket off!"
Mark's going to make some announcements tonight.
Again, safe space. It's just us. No one's listening.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Brendan.
I went
was
to
red
one
and
of the
black,
most
by the way.
hostile countries known to man, Connecticut.
Oh,
Yep. Stuck
Oh,
in
I
Connecticut
forgot.
for
Yeah,
4
you
years.
guys don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
around here.
Yeah. No, not me. I stayed in Connecticut for 4 years. They
So
wanted me to stay longer. No.
Pass.
all right, so that brings me to my question. Would you guys do it again?
absolutely.
Of
Yeah.
course.
No.
Brendan's-
There's always
Okay.
one.
Okay, hold
Would
on.
you pick a different branch?
Yeah, that's my.
Okay.
Shut up, Brian.
Listen, we're gonna mute
That
you.
that was what I was gonna just ask.
Mark's ruining the safe space.
Yeah.
Where's the Air Force?
Would you pick a different
He's still
branch?
not here.
I
If you
told
could
you he's
do-
gonna make it. He's gonna make it for credits.
Yeah, probably. Would you do it? Would you go to a different branch if you could?
It's tough to say. Like in hindsight, no, I wouldn't ever work for the federal government ever again. They're a bunch of fucking dumbasses. So
He's
I
figured it
hate
out.
them. I hate
Damn
them
it.
so much. So
I mean, tell me how you really feel. Don't hold back.
no. Yeah. Oh yeah. So really, in hindsight, no. Maybe if just after the Coast Guard, I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe the Army wouldn't be so bad. Except we invaded Iraq, like just as I was leaving. So not really a good plan, you know. So, Yeah. So hindsight, like now that I know what I know right now, no, absolutely not.
Brian?
Shut up.
Me? I think if I had to do it all over again, I would have listened to my uncle and not went enlisted. I would have went into an officer's program. I wish I would have done that.
You were in ROTC the whole time.
Yeah, I did ROTC in high school, but wasn't smart enough to be an officer there either.
Yeah, that's true. Chris?
I'd join the Marines again. I'd do the same thing, same dumb shit. I mean,
You did talk our niece into, going to the Marines.
I did nothing of the sort.
Hey, she said she did it because of you.
Well,
that was just one reason. That was just one reason.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, there'd be things I would do differently. Like I would have gotten my degree while I was in because it would have been much easier. And they would have paid for it all, But yeah, I mean, I loved being in the Marines. I would do it all over again.
You didn't give it up. You didn't give up your GI Bill. You still have that.
Oh, I maxed it out.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Maxed it out.
Okay.
Not great, but
what? The more Chris talked, the more her eyes were like, I'm going to.
She got excited about it. She's like, I'm so going. I'm so joining.
Yep. Wes?
I'd definitely do it again, especially if I can get back to my old chain of command.
Would you pick a different, or would you just stick with the Army?
I'd stick with the Army. I mean, all the branches have something interesting, that has interest me, but, landing, like for Navy, for example, I would want to be on a carrier launching planes off the deck, but landing that type of job, slim to none.
You don't want to be up on the flight deck. That shit sucks.
I don't like being in closed spaces either. So
yeah.
No, I got an opportunity to go on a nuke sub one time and do a tour of it, and I was like hunched over almost the entire time.
It's like not a chance.
No way.
Being 6'1", 225 in the Army. I mean,
Yeah, you're hitting. I'm going to tell you something. I think my TBI actually came from hitting all the ceiling, all the piping and shit that hung down. I mean, Brendan, you can account for this stuff. I mean, you guys
the hatches,
airboats, and dude. I mean, we had these. And you would look down this hallway, right? You look down the hallway, and it's round. And as a firefighter, what I did as a damage controlman, I would have to, when they started ringing bells, I am running, ducking, dodging, dipping. I literally could have played dodgeball. They should have filmed me for the movie. God damn it. Except my head.
Did you dodge wrenches?
Drink your own urine?
No.
All right. So my next question is, so in the movies, they always depict everybody, peeling potatoes, having to do 1,000 push-ups and all that. How true is that? And like, did you ever get punished or have to do something because of a mess up?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, they had to hang Brian off the side of the ship so he could, scrape it.
Get the barnacles.
That was just for fun.
Oh, okay.
That's what we did daily.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to do today? You check this out. This it's called a needle gun.
Oh God.
But yeah, like nothing with the. I mean, actually, I did have to peel potatoes once, but like that was when I was on chow hall duty when I was in Kuwait or Iraq. But like that was the only time I ever had to peel potatoes. But like, yeah, I mean, in boot camp, they used to run the crap out of us. Like, and I mean, got called every name in the book. Like, but like when you get to the fleet, it's different. It's a job. So.
Yeah, going through basic is one thing. Break down, build you back up the way they want you. Then once you get to your unit or your chain of command, whatever. First couple weeks kind of rough. Everybody's trying to fill you out, see where you're at, and then things start easing up.
Yeah, I think basic when we had to do our chow hall duties, because when you first get there, you don't do anything. You're just a push. We got to get you to the next level so that you can get to the kitchen, so you can cook or unload trucks or whatever it is, all the way up to like there's stages of boot camp and all that stuff too. As far as in the military, yeah, I got in trouble in the military. I got what they call a captain's mast, and it was for fighting. And I got what they hit me with a Article 15, boys. Article 15 UCMJ. We got in a fight. I got 45 days restriction, 45 days of extra duty. And then half a month's pay times 2. So basically what that means is they get your money and you don't get none of it.
Wow.
Yep.
For the entire month, so half a month's paycheck. So that if your paycheck was $800, you're going home with $400. Explain that to your wife.
Yeah.
Honey, here's what happened.
But he
She probably-
deserved it.
And she probably kicked your ass for that.
She yelled a lot.
Nothing
They
new.
can't do that.
Okay, Brendan.
Yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble. Those military IDs they give you, the
Cat cards.
Brian, you remember them? They were like green and
I had one.
laminated. Oh, you had one too?
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's at one point they went to the chip card there.
Yep.
I have that too.
Yeah. So I had one of the green ones. Well, I was really good at faking those.
Oh,
so someone ratted me out. Someone got caught drunk driving and it ratted everybody out.
If I'm going down, you're going with me.
Yeah,
Bitches.
what a douche. So that was one bad thing. I only got two weeks restriction now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks restriction, 2 weeks extra duty. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah, Coast Guard's a
Coast
pushover.
Guard.
Yeah.
Matt's
Coast
trying to
Guard.
figure
Hey,
out how to
guys.
join, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then this is
Only
one
48
thing-
minutes late.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
The one thing that
All
really
right,
actually
good night.
Air Force hasn't even joined on yet.
the one thing that actually convinced me that I was definitely leaving Coast Guard was I was on Ready Crew and I had a belt that did not have a belt buckle because I needed to be able to put my gun belt on and jump on the boat. Well, for some reason my commanding officer just didn't like me and I was not wearing my belt buckle when I was giving a presentation on hypothermia, and I could tell that he didn't like me because when you see someone stewing right in front of you, like I'm getting in trouble. He made me come in after duty and write and copy the. Keep in mind, like I've been in like 3.5 years at this point. I'm a E4. He literally made me come in and copy the grooming standards
Jesus.
like a dozen times. I was like, so I hand them to my chief when I'm done, and he's like, "Did you learn your lesson, or what did you learn?" And I was like, "I learned that I'm going to home after this. Like I'm done. You guys, you might as well just sign my papers now, buddy. Like this is the most childish thing I've ever." He's like, "This is ridiculous. I didn't know we were back in grade school." And my chief is like, so like, yeah. Done with you guys. So yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble. Some of it's deserved, some of it wasn't.
well, I was going to ask what was the reason why you didn't stay in longer, so I never mind about that.
Oh, kitchen duty. Sorry, kitchen duty. Yes. So that was the bad thing about. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. With being at a small unit, you have no choice. I was like, especially when you're the new guy, you're cleaning the station every night. You're cleaning the boats every morning. You're cleaning the boats after every underway and when you get back. And then kitchen duty. I think I was like 1 week on, 1 week off. So like I was constantly peeling potatoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Air Force has finally arrived.
Yay!
Hey,
The
hey
war's-
guys,
the
sorry
war's
for-
over,
sorry
bud.
for being late in typical Air Force fashion, right?
That's right.
Well, we
See,
weren't gonna say
what's
anything,
great is
but
he can.
Yeah, I'm on night
shift.
shift, sadly, boys, and I woke up late for work, so we got that going for us.
nice.
Just
Yeah.
gotta ask for forgiveness, right? Hey guys,
Pretty much, right?
I'm gonna be a little late.
How's everybody doing?
Doing fantastic, man.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, we were talking about how we wanted to join the Air Force.
Yeah, hey man, the Air Force is got its moments for
Are
sure.
you putting your pants on right now?
Totally.
Dude, I told
Totally.
you guys, I woke up late for work, man.
So you got to go to work still?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
Are you still in the Air Force?
Oh yeah. I'm in.
Oh,
I got a little hammed up last night. Woke up late for work. You know how it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Air Force. That's great. He must have went
That's
out. He must
amazing.
have went out with a Marine and a sailor or something.
Yeah, I am in Hickam. I got a lot of Marine and Navy buddies out here. So, you know, we love all the branches for sure. Everybody
Right
gets
on.
mad at me because I'm in the Air Force. Everybody kind of says the same thing. They wish they joined the Air Force, but I don't know, man. I like
It's-
that, I guess.
you know, when I wake up and my legs hurt and my back hurts and my hands hurt, and I'm like, shit, I should have joined the Air Force.
Hey, dude, I'll be honest with you. I'm a maintainer, so maintainers in the Air Force work pretty hard too, man. My back, I feel like I'm 60 years old, but you know, it is what it is.
So
What are you
time
maintaining? A
time
desk?
You guys are getting POV of me putting on my belt. Sorry about that.
No, I'll go. Do you have a buckle? Because
Yeah.
Buckles are important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you have that buckle.
Make sure you
Make
have
sure
the
you get
buckle.
that gig line right.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know that don't matter for us, honestly.
Yeah, they wear
It doesn't
t-shirts.
matter for the Air Force.
They don't
Big line,
care
not a
about that
thing.
shit.
Yeah, I remember like, so at the end of the Woodland camis, I was in, and so I still had to like iron those bitches. And
This show should have came with a vocabulary lesson.
Oh, we'll teach you. We'll teach you. If you got a question, just raise your hand. Just a question.
What's
Can I have that again in English?
Her arm's
Which
gonna
words?
get tired.
Okay,
Have a
so
shirt. So you said the
The gig line?
Woodland camis.
yeah.
So if you look at what Matt has on, those are digital. So the
Camouflage.
Woodland is the stuff
Camis,
that you see in
camouflage.
like the older Vietnam, era movies, like the kind of stripy Woodland cami. Then they switched to digital. And in the Marine Corps, they very much want those to be pressed every day. And we had pockets that we couldn't use because our camis had to look good. They had to have a crease straight down the middle. Sometimes I would starch them up on the weekend, throw them under my bed, and just let them sit there all weekend. Or you took it to dry cleaning. Like
Extra starch. Extra
I
starch.
hated ironing so much, but I loved polishing boots. I loved
That
polishing.
was me. I like
There's something about I got it. I don't know. I'm missing out on something.
Sitting there on Sunday night, just jamming out the music, drinking beer, talking to people that are just walking by in
making
the
20
barracks.
making $20 for a pair, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, give me some ice water in this cap right here, and let's go to town. Let me shine these boots up for you. Let me show you how to do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
would've
like
given
that
you
too because they
$20.
look like glass.
Mhm.
What's
Now-
that?
Now we
I
know.
still
How,
would have given you $20.
I would
Yeah.
have taken it too. I'd be like, God.
now we know how Brian made up that $400 that he got deducted.
You do what you got to do. She asked a question about the gig line though. She wanted to know what a gig line is.
Oh,
So if you look at Matt,
There's a-
can you bring the
Yeah,
camera
Matt,
down
show
just
us your gig.
Where's your gig line, sir?
I don't have one.
Start at your
Gig line don't matter in the Air Force,
Start at
boys.
your fly and work your way up.
Everyone,
Yeah, so it's the-
everyone
it's
he's
the-
showing you that everybody
It's
wants to
a-
join the Air Force now.
It's your seam down your blouser, your belt buckle, and your zipper.
And
Okay.
it's
That's
a
gotta be
straight
together,
line.
all straight line.
Yeah, you want it to be straight. The only time I've ever been asked about my gig line is when I'm wearing my dress blues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't really
Did you
care.
see the place where he just walked out of?
If
That's
I'm
the
going to
Air
go-
Force Hotel.
No, that's my apartment, dude.
The Hyatt?
Huh?
Is it the Hyatt?
No, it's I stayed at fuck, what's that? I forgot what the fucking hotel is, but when I first got here, I stayed at the hotel for like a month until I found a place to live. But yeah, sorry, I'm kind of doing multiple things right now. I'm late for work, and
Did you call?
Got
Did you
hammed
call
up
your?
last night.
Did you call your sergeant?
yeah, I told him to go suck my ass.
Take a flying
I
suck
told him-
at my ass. Go ahead.
I told him he doesn't fucking do anything, so I can be 5 minutes late. It's all right.
Where are you stationed at?
I'm at Hickam Air Force Base. It's a little different here because it's got a lot of guard guys here, right? So being active duty on this base, and as shitty as it sounds, being white in Hawaii doesn't really help out either. They don't really like whites, so
That is true. My sister spent a few years out there, and what
Jesus
the hell
Christ.
was that?
You okay?
Sorry, I don't know what the fuck that thing was.
Did you just hit
Oh, it's
something?
no. That's what's those big ass things that
Garbage.
You narrowed it down.
Right.
Those big ass
It was a
things.
big ass thing that I almost hit because I'm on the phone.
No. I didn't almost hit it. Trust me.
You know the thing that
I'm
picks
good.
up the garbage in the morning. Oh, the garbage truck.
It was a big ass tree
Semi?
destroyer.
Tree destroyer.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Wood
putting
chipper?
the tree in they're making
Yeah,
it like
there you go.
sawdust.
Wood chipper.
Wood chipper. There you go.
Tree destroyer.
Tree destroyer.
Hey, but we knew what he was talking about. So
Big ass tree destroyer. I couldn't think of the word.
Were you over at Chris's house earlier eating the crayons?
Hey, I'll indulge. I love crayons. Orange ones are the
Are they
best.
free? Are they free?
Right.
Brought you some.
There you go.
So,
Orange ones are my favorite.
Matt, what's your rank?
I got like 4 different shades.
What's my rank? I am. Yeah, what's up?
What's your rank?
I am an E5 staff sergeant.
Getting there. You gonna retire?
E5 staff sergeant.
Fuck if I know, dude.
Yeah, he's a staff sergeant right now. E5.
Every
That's E6 for us.
E6 for us as well.
Yeah.
It'd be
yeah
first class.
it's E5 for Air Force. It's E5. E6 is for us is a tech sergeant, technical sergeant.
You want to stay in?
So, dude, I'll be honest with you, it changes every fucking week. I don't know.
You guys remember that, right?
Yeah. Especially getting ready to get out. I was like, I had like a mini meltdown because I was like, I don't have
What
a
do I
job.
do?
I don't have a car. I don't have money. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But
I changed my rating to go airman to stay in.
But
And
then
then they
you didn't
screwed
wanna
and then they screwed with me more. I was like, I don't know what you guys are crazy.
Jesus Christ. You got a
I was
bunch
gonna go
of
jump out of
fucking
helicopters.
longhorns over there.
Why would you do that?
Dude,
Like,
that-
my uncle said the same thing. Why the fuck are you jumping out of perfectly good helicopters?
Oh, I mean, I don't
Because
know if
it's
I would have
fun.
made it through the school,
Because it
but
sounds like it would be fun.
yeah,
It is.
It did sound like it would be fun. Now
You
I'm
talking
like,
about-
wow, that sounds like a hernia. I'm
Yeah,
out.
I was about to say, don't those like static jumps and shit fuck up your back?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
good for
Super
you.
bad?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what that
Fuck
is?
that.
That's 100% disability from the military. That's what it sounds like to me.
Shit,
I'm still
that's a
working
dream,
on it.
dude.
Yeah.
If I could get medically retired, I'd go work for Lockheed Martin right now. Swear to God.
Yeah. I mean, so my recruiter made me lie of course, to join the Marine Corps because when I was 6, I broke my femur in 3 spots and I fractured my hip.
Holy shit!
Oh
Yeah,
shit! So
Ever had any
he
broken
made
bones?
you say, yep, he made you say you didn't have it ever
Oh,
have
yeah,
any
'cause-
broken bones or anything.
We were sitting there signing everything, and it's like, "Have you ever broken a bone?" I was like, "Yes."
Yes.
And he's like, "What'd you
There-
break?" I was like, "My femur and hip." He was like,
Let's
How about you
start
say
over.
no?
"Have you broken a bone? Have you
How about
broken
you
a
say
bone?"
no?
Yeah. And now, and then like I had like another hip injury when I was in the Marine Corps. Then it got better. Then when I got out, it got much worse. And I was going through the VA to get it taken care of, and it took 5 years. And all it was I had torn cartilage in my hip. It took them 5 years to be like, "Okay, we'll finally do it." And then,
Dude, the fucking
and then
the
3
VA
times they canceled my appointment on me 3 times.
that's
Once
bullshit.
because somebody, there was an emergency, somebody broke their hip, so I was like, yeah, okay. Second time, somebody forgot to order the right equipment. And then the third time, I showed up on the day they told me, and they were like, "Oh, we're not doing it today. We're doing it tomorrow." I was like, "What? What are you guys doing?"
That
Like-
sounds exactly like what I'm
This
dealing
does
with right
not
now.
instill
dude.
with confidence.
Yeah. So like once I
Yeah.
got a job with Big Boy Insurance, I was like, peace. Haven't gone back
They,
since.
It's taken me 13 years just to get them to admit that I have PTSD.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
just
that's-
filled out the burn hazard claim.
I never got the paperwork for that. The
You had
fuck
to go
is going on?
online and do it. It was all
What?
online. You had to go through like ID me and
I
like,
don't know how to log into that shit. Who knows?
They
Do you
didn't,
know how to log into that shit?
They didn't have Connecticut listed, so I can't.
Well, I should get a part of that or be a part of that suit or whatever the hell it is because we don't have because I was using the AFFF shit all the time.
Oh, I use that stuff.
yeah, we were
AFFF,
burning,
right?
we were burning shit
the
with
3M
diesel
shit.
Yep.
Yes.
or JP8 fuel. You just
We
there you go.
used to drink that
JP8 's
stuff.
JP8's my favorite smell, dude.
Right.
You guys don't like being covered?
Heather,
You guys
raise
don't
your
like being
hand.
covered in
Raise your
JP8?
hand, Heather. Raise your
Oh,
hand.
Heather's got a
Help.
question.
Help.
Who wants to answer the question for
I
Heather?
have
could
all
just-
the questions.
I could just see her going, huh? A what? What's that? What?
What's
AFFF. It's firefighting foam.
So AFFF is aqueous foam filming shit. It's foam.
Oh, that
close
helps.
enough.
Then now I know what that is. That was
Who wants to take the JP8? Who's got that one?
It's like a
It's
like a
jet
shitty
fuel,
diesel,
basically.
isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
you have
jet fuel.
unleaded.
It's
regular.
It's jet fuel.
It's JP.
JP8.
Yeah, I mean, they were putting in Humvees, all kinds of shit that we were using over there, and it's interesting.
God damn, they put it in Humvees.
Oh yeah, dude. And when I was in Kuwait,
High octane, baby.
when I was in
Yeah.
Kuwait, we had this thing that was called a bladder, and it was
Uh-huh.
like our fueling station at our Kuwait base. And this thing was probably, I don't know, like 4 swimming pools of JP8, and they just had like a big hose like running off of it. You just pull the Humvee up, and they're like, dur, dur, dur. You just
Dude,
drive
the
off.
worst. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is probably pretty bad for my health and safety, but there was a job that we had to do on the F-35 back when I was at Eielson in Alaska, and I had to jump. I was like the only one that could fit in the fuel tank because I'm small as fuck. You can ask Brian. I'm like pretty small guy naturally, so I was the only one that could fit in there, and I had to get in the tank and literally drill holes through the jet basically with I had to wear like a forced air respirator.
I was gonna
but,
say, I hope they gave you at
couldn't
least some
fucking
air.
drill.
Oh my god.
I couldn't drill or I couldn't see anything with it on, so I just took it off and yeah, I'm in
Oh,
there
good
fucking
job.
drilling and I'm like
don't feel
I
so
told
good.
And they're supposed to be the smart
yeah,
ones.
yeah, seriously, no kidding. I mean, I was in there for like 30 minutes. I got out. I was like, dude, I feel like fucking Snoop Dogg right now. I'm high as fuck. I'm like, this JP8 is not a joke. Like that shit. And I
Yeah.
smelled like JP8 for like fucking a week after that. Washed my uniform like 3 times and I still smelled like it. So that shit is not a joke. But I work with a lot of hazards, honestly. I wear a respirator pretty much every day I'm working. So that's not fun for health and shit, you know, but it is what it is. And military healthcare is not exactly the best. Like, I'm going through right now where they can't figure out what the fuck's going on with my stomach. So pretty much just you know, going to
ulcers,
work,
dude, don't worry.
dealing with military shit.
Did
Make sure
give
you
you
keep a copy of your
Did they
LOD.
give you
Wait to
Motrin?
join. This sounds exciting.
They give you Motrin.
Do you get like typhoid shots like every year?
Yeah. I
Dude.
get shots all the fucking time, dude. Depends on where I'm going. Like if I'm going downrange, like I'll get fucking they'll put my ass in a line like a pig, dude. They'll
Mhm.
fucking hit me with like 6 or 7 shots.
Boot
and I'm
camp
sitting
all
there,
over
like,
again, dude.
yeah, they're like, all right, you're good to go back to work. I'm like, dude, I feel like fucking shit. I don't want to work. The fuck?
Dude,
All right,
oh
Heather,
my God,
downrange.
They were
Downrange.
always like that. They were just like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Line
I,
up.
I remember one
The
time
flu shots fucked me up for some reason.
they were giving, so before I deployed, they started us on a series for anthrax.
Yep,
Yep.
that was just coming in when we were
And,
when I
like,
left.
You
Yeah,
remember,
That
like,
shit.
I was.
like,
I
at
told.
that-
I told him I'm not getting it. You can fire me.
at the end, like, because like I think it was a series of 6 or more, but like
Yep.
at the end, it looked like they were injecting peanut butter into you, like, and every time it's always
Oh, dude.
it's always right here in the tricep, and like I remember I got
Talking
like a
about the infamous
typhoid and the
peanut butter shot?
anthrax, and
Yeah,
then they were
the
like,
peanut
go
butter
run
shot.
a PFT. I was like, I can't even pull up.
Yeah, wasn't it? What was it
Jesus.
yellow fever shot or something that
You
would
guys are
scab
lagging.
up? And they were
Malaria.
like, don't touch this.
The malaria pills.
Malaria,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
They gave
They give you the
they gave
shot up
us
here on
that
the
before-
top of your shoulder, and then they're like, don't rub against it, don't scratch it. If you
Oh,
touch
the
it with your
smallpox?
finger, you're gonna
Yes,
get
it's like the smallpox
that's
Oh,
vaccination.
smallpox.
Yeah,
I
that
was gonna
was-
say.
Oh yeah,
I was
if you
like,
touch it with
chloroquine's
your
not
finger,
that
you'll
bad.
get smallpox all over the place. I was like,
I
this sounds great.
know they're like, all right, it's gonna scab up. Don't touch. And I'm
Right.
Put a band-aid on it.
Except you have Quado on your
Yeah.
arm.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And the way
Yeah,
they
no,
do that
forget
shit,
the
though,
whole time you're like, I really want to itch this.
I don't know about you guys, but the way they did it for us is they took the vaccine and like smeared it on your arm and then took a needle and jammed it in your arm like 20 fucking times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was basically the same. If
The malaria was the big fucking blue pills that they gave us.
Yeah.
Big fucking blue pills. We had those in
Yeah.
like Somalia. And I was like, why? Oh, you don't want to get malaria.
Dude, I got the
Water.
I got the
Okay.
Japanese typhoid shot, and I thought I was gonna fucking die. Or like the Japanese flu. It was like some specific to Japan, and
COVID.
they
You got
shot
the
me with
COVID
it,
shot.
and they were like, "You might not." Oh, dude, the COVID shot sucked dick too. They told us if we didn't get COVID shots, that they were gonna kick us out of the military. So
Absolutely. Same
Gotta
thing with the
think about
anthrax shot. They
Yep,
told us the
I-
same thing.
Yeah, they
I
would have
got
been
the
kicking me
COVID
out.
shot, and I felt worse after getting the COVID shot than I ever did with COVID, and I had it like 3 fucking times. I thought I was gonna die from the shot.
Did you get COVID before you had to get the
Shit.
shot?
Yeah, I got
That's
it 3
just-
times.
And then you got the shot.
Yeah, I know it's stupid as fuck, isn't it? But
Thank God for doctors.
they told us they were like
Not getting that shot.
they were like, you either get the shot or you get the fuck out. And I was like, guess I'm taking the shot. Then.
right,
I
like,
guess I'll take the shot.
I mean, if I was in that situation, probably be the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, give me the poke. Like,
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah,
I
too
fought
much
that
of a
anthrax
dick.
get it
shot.
over with.
I fought that anthrax shot until it was the last day, and they were like, if you don't get the shot, we're going to boot you. And I was like,
Dude,
give me the shot.
if you get so little fun fact for you. You could probably make some money donating your blood since you got the anthrax shot.
Yeah, if you have the full series and you have the your shot records.
I do, yeah. Well,
Oh, they're testing our blood now.
No, you can actually sell your blood if you have the all 6
was it for
series
like
for the anthrax, and you have the shot records to prove it. They'll actually pay something like $1,500 or $2,500 for your blood.
Brian, we're taking you down there to get some
Oh,
blood.
Right?
right.
Sign me up, bro.
I know what I'm doing during work tomorrow.
Searching who to fuck to sell my blood to.
Right. Be like, do you need a kidney
Yeah.
too? Like,
While you're
you know,
there.
while you're at
there.
it.
What's this for?
Yeah.
I
What
could spare
donate?
half a liver.
I was about to say. If
I mean,
you got
we
the
had to take
anthrax
the,
shot, you can sell your blood for a pretty penny, dude.
Wow.
All right. All
But
right.
yeah, we had to take the H1N1 vaccination, back like 07, 08, and that shit. It took out 3/4 of the unit overnight. We were not battle ready after that shit.
Didn't learn their lessons.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have anything outside of the anthrax and typhoid and the malaria pills and smallpox.
We were fucking test fucking
oh my
rats,
God,
bro.
yes.
Think about it. From the minute we were in boot camp, I still, to this day, will tell you that they put a tracking device in every single one of us. When we went through and they were giving us the shots in our arms, there was that one shot that lasted for fucking like 10 years. Like you could touch it and you were like, what the fuck is that? The last thing I remember getting there was a shot.
Maybe it's just you.
No, dude, I'm telling you, there was a shot that they gave us, and that bitch stuck around forever. It was a lump. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Every
Right,
now and then you
gotta
get
watch
Tourette's, like a nervous tick.
All
You
right.
randomly get Down syndrome overnight, dude. You wake up and you have Down syndrome. You're like, "What the fuck happened?" They're like, "Sorry, it must have been the anthrax shot." Has
I can't tell
unknown
if
side
Heather is
effects.
enjoying this or not.
No, they wouldn't admit that it's a shot. Let's be serious.
No.
They'd be like, "Your
Yeah.
VA claim comes up to 0 for Down syndrome because it's not service related."
They'd be like, "What did you do?"
Yeah, it was all your
It
fault.
was all your fault.
All right.
Your
since I-
recruiter told you to lie when we asked if you had Down syndrome, right? I'd be like, you guys gave it to me. What the fuck?
all right. Since I have all 5 of you
From
here.
working with all these chemicals and shit.
Mark
Okay.
wants
Time
to-
out. What's up?
Time
All
out.
right.
Yeah,
Since
dude.
I have all 5 of you here, did your recruiter ever
Seriously,
ask you?
I have a hard time explaining to my friends. They're like, you guys
I
fair
think
and
you got
shit. And I'm
Sam's
like,
problem.
Hey, Matt.
that's
Nah, hold on, don't talk. Hold on. Has your recruiter ever promised you anything that didn't come true?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, seeing the world and
Oh,
getting a
what'd you-
job that I
I
can
can't hear
use
you.
in the
What'd you say?
civilian world, yeah.
Mark's question was, did your recruiter tell you anything to get you to come into the military that you didn't get? Like,
Did he straight up lie?
did he
Nope.
lie to you
I
to
mean,
get you to come in?
With me,
yeah.
it
I told
was-
that motherfucker I never smoked weed before. I know that.
Not you, him.
No, not you lying to him. Him
Oh,
lying to you.
They understand we lie to them.
No,
Yeah, he so. No, go ahead.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry, I'm pulling up to the gate, so you can go ahead.
All right.
I gotta put
So
my phone
yeah,
down. I'll be right
so all I got was, hey, this nice car that I drive? Military pays for that. It's like, cool. He was like, yeah, you can get one too. I said, I get one? Like, I get a car? Like, I signed up for the Navy and they're gonna give me a car. This is fantastic.
That's all
And,
it takes. It's a car. That's what gets you going.
I mean,
That's
I would
bullshit.
have
Listen, dude, I was in a Malibu, babe. A Malibu.
What's wrong
With
with that?
government plates on it. You can like do 150 to MEPS, and there ain't no cop stopping you. Trust me. We did it twice.
Yeah, you just flash your CAC and they're like, "Go ahead, sir. You're good." They're like, "Driver's license." You show your CAC and you're like, "Sorry, wrong one." They're like, "Oh, okay, never mind. You're good." See ya.
I don't know. I went and talked to a recruiter. I was like,
Wow.
look, there ain't nothing you're going to tell me. I'm signing up. This is what's going to happen. You know, he was like, okay. So
What's up, brother? How you
I
doing?
was no promises
Good.
made to
Hey,
me.
take it easy.
Yeah, unlike Matt, I didn't have to show my dick to my recruiter. It's kind of weird, but
That's what I thought he said.
No, I'm
No,
positive he's talking about the cat guard.
Oh.
Well,
Right.
it
No.
I
sounded
was
like
letting
you
that
said
one go. I
drop
figured it was
card.
you
a
said-
miss
You
here,
said
so
show
I was
your
like,
dick to the recruiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the recruiter wanted to make sure that I was in regs, that I had a big enough dick to be in the Air Force. So, you know,
Jesus.
pulled it out.
That-
He was like 3
Wait,
inches, not
You
big
got to
enough.
be more than an inch.
Yeah, I had to get a waiver for 3-inch cock. They said,
Get a letter.
was too
from
big?
Congressman.
yeah, it says
Jesus
too big for the
Christ.
Air Force.
You're gonna hurt our
Oh,
women.
hang on. Can I flip my camera somehow? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Sorry, I'm
course
on my
you can.
phone. I'm trying to. Okay, I just turned it off. Nice.
No, you're on.
We still
It's
see
on.
you.
Yeah,
no, we don't see you at all.
Well,
we don't want to see a cock.
I can't fucking show you guys jets or anything because the camera won't flip. But
No.
here's, I'll turn my phone. This is Hickam Air Force Base.
Wow.
These are all like static jets and everything. Obviously, they don't fly. We got heavies here, so we got C
C-130s.
mission, and then I work on the F-22s here. So I can't really show you guys F-22s for obvious reasons, though. So
That'd be cool
sorry
if you did.
about that. But
I mean, NCIS showing up to your door.
Yeah, that's right.
Are,
Oh, by the way,
those the
we're-
ones
Maybe
that
I
come
don't
knocking on all of our
I don't
doors.
want China man fucking. I don't want China man fucking messaging me on Facebook Messenger asking me how I work on the F-22s. So like, you know,
just put it on WhatsApp.
get a little
There's
bit
no
of
one on
offset
there.
going. Yeah, I'll put it on TikTok and they'll
Yeah.
fucking remake
Yeah,
it
yeah.
F-22 in China.
Yeah. Here are the plans.
They'll be like,
Be like, we
We'll be
did
like,
this one.
here, the Air Force uses piles of shit to bond stuff to the jet. I'll be like,
And then we
dude,
all get indicted.
Yeah, no, let's not show the. let's
No,
not
I
show
didn't see
the-
nothing.
The 22s.
It's
Yeah,
all right. I'm
I
going
might
to the
have-
gas station.
I might have been on the show, but I didn't see shit.
But where are you
I'll be like, I
at?
don't know what you're talking about, dude.
There
that
was an Air Force guy on the
that was
show?
a prop plane.
Ooh.
What?
I'll be like, dude, that was fake. That wasn't a real F-22, dude. That was a fucking F-16.
That
They'll be
was a
like, yeah,
green- That was
Yeah.
just a green screen.
See, I could be
Yep.
like, I didn't know what I was
Photoshopped
looking
that
at.
shit.
Yeah. Plausible
So you guys said
deniability.
something earlier, and Heather was kind of like, "What?" You said downrange. Who wants to explain downrange?
Oh
Boys?
yeah. Just getting deployed,
Ah.
basically. It's different for
Or-
the Air Force and like the Marines and shit, right? Like Marines, when they go downrange, they go usually to shitty places like Iraq and shit, which suck. You know, I wish
Yeah.
the best for
Air
them
Force
boys
goes to the
downrange,
chow hall.
seriously, but I go to. It depends on like what's going on, but recently it'd be like Japan or like, you know, I'm in our bases here are in charge of the Indo-Pacific, so it'd be like going to Guam or Japan, basically anywhere to deal with fucking China fucking around with Taiwan and shit. So
What is on your head?
it's my cover.
What the F is that?
Dude, them bills
What's
got
that?
huge.
I
Why
mean,
did that movie
yeah.
The Sandlot?
I was
Did
like,
that-
goddamn.
That's exactly what I thought of. The kid with the fish hat from Sandlot.
Yeah.
Like, but
Dude,
I
I
gotta-
told you guys I told you guys I'm fucking 5'0". Give me a break.
It almost looks like that kid from Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Oh, short.
Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
He
Dr.
needs a little
Jones!
propeller on the side
So
there.
when I was in Kuwait and we were getting ready to leave, so I was an armorer, so I fixed mainly just sat around guns, and we were sitting in the middle of the desert on this Air Force base. I think it was Ali Salim, and
Yep.
I was sitting there, probably hadn't shaved in 2 days, 2 weeks without a haircut, looking emaciated. I got holes all over my camis, and like we were like, oh, can we go get some food? And they were like, no, you two have to sit here with the weapons in the middle of the desert next to this metal box. Build yourself some shade. Nighttime comes around, and what do I see? The Air Force is having a dance party. They got a DJ. They got strobe lights. They had a whole like dance floor built, and they were just getting down. And here I am looking homeless. Like, oh, I want to do something fun. Like,
We used to go through Al Slim to go over to the Rock, the Air Force side of it, because now Al Slim now is Army, and then they built the Rock next to it. And
yes.
yeah, it's like a damn 5-star resort over there.
Right? I
You
know.
know,
I was
concrete
in Kuwait.
barracks, fucking swimming pool, massive chow halls. They had like 2 or 3 chow halls. We used to go over to the flight line and steal all their food.
Dude, the first time I ever had a KFC Twister was at Ali Salim. It's like where I was at in Kuwait. Like we'd get a weekly like PX truck come through, and like you're buying cigarettes that just taste like wood chips, and like you're just buying any movie because you've watched everything that you have like 30 times, like back to back to back to back. Like we used to just sit there and we would watch Mr. Deeds and oh my god, there was another one, but and Austin Powers Gold Member. I must have watched those. I watched those every day,
And you, Heather.
back to back for like 6 weeks.
Dude, I fucking
We had a guy that came on deployment with us, and he brought 2 terabytes worth of nothing but porn.
That guy was
That's a
making
good
money
friend.
though.
That's a good friend.
That's your buddy, and that's the guy that's making the money too. Because I guarantee you,
That
he's like,
guy's
I got a
making
thumb
money.
drive. I got a thumb drive. What movie do you want? Give me $5, dude. I'm telling you right now. I had a friend when I lived in California, had a business, and it was an adult toy store that was going out of business.
fuck yeah,
He
dude. Get a
had-
fleshlight.
He had a box full of just DVDs, and it was all porn, all just mixed porn, right? I take it on the ship. I buy it at like $1.25 a DVD, right? I take it on the ship. The first person that comes up to my rack, I open the rack up and I show all these movies, is the ombudsman's
thank God.
husband. The ombudsman husband came to my rack and was like, yeah, I'll take, let me buy all these, and just literally stack like this. Here you go. Paid me for $5 a piece for them, right? Turns around, puts them on his hard drive, brings them back to me, and gives them back to me. I was like, bro, you bought them. He was like, yeah, no, it's cool. I already downloaded them.
Hey,
So I get to resell them.
In so my tech school was in NAS Pensacola, and you
That's
guys
a
know it's
beautiful
like
base.
I
a
know
Navy
that's at.
base, so like being Air Force there, like everyone just makes fun of you. So we
Nothing
used
new.
to have these like inspections on our room and shit. And one of our guys got in trouble because he had like I bought it, I'll be honest with you. It's been like 6 years, so like I doubt I'll get in trouble for it. But I bought like a fucking dildo that was like a foot long. And I hid it
Again,
in
safe
his
place.
room. I hid it in his room and they found it. And he got in some pretty big trouble for that shit. There were like
That's funny.
no sex toys in the dormitory, no like nicotine products. I mean, like
right.
if you opened up my locked closet in tech school, I had maybe like 300 Juul pods because like, dude, being maintenance in the Air Force, you're gonna be addicted to nicotine for sure. You're gonna be addicted to nicotine for 1, energy drinks for 2, and 3, like you just kind of,
I really,
you take it on the chin, dude. It sucks, but you take it on the chin.
I really
So-
thought he was going to say.
Are we
if
still
you-
talking about giant dildos?
I,
Yeah,
I
you
really,
take-
I
The
really
real
thought.
reason Brendan quit because they
Was it-
weren't
hey,
allowing that,
was
and he
it
was
a
like,
big
that's
green
it.
weenie?
It's actually
No.
funny you mentioned that. I served a search warrant on a trailer in New Mexico that had quite a few of those giant dildos. Were you ever in New Mexico?
I was close. I was in Phoenix. They call me the dildo distributor, DD.
Interesting. I don't know if I'd want to be known as that.
Davis, Matthew DD Davis. Dildo distributor or Dino Dick, depending on who you ask, dude.
If your recruiter saw it, I mean, and asked for a waiver.
Dude, fuck my recruiter. My recruiter's a fucking cuck. Seriously. That dude lied to my fucking face. And like my dad was special forces in the Air Force, so like my dad went there to talk to him with me. And the guy's like, "Oh, so you want to be pararescue?" My dad like looks at me and starts laughing. He goes, "Look at him. Do you think he's gonna fucking make pararescue? Are you serious?" And the guy's like, "Okay, I guess we're going open mechanical." And like, I looked at my dad. I was like, "Why'd you say that?" He was like, "Matthew, I'm gonna be honest with you. It takes more luck than skill. I know you would make it, but it's just not worth it." And I'm like, "Okay, thanks."
It's not his choice to
Made
make.
me feel like fucking shit.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's in he's in TAC P.
TAC P, yep.
Yeah, he's actually out in South Korea right now.
Yep. Yeah, we got some. We had boys down in South Korea with some 22s, but they got back. So we have guys in. Never mind. I probably shouldn't say that. Never mind. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's fine.
No, you're good.
Mm.
But we did have guys in South Korea.
Yeah, don't talk about OPSEC. You'll be all right.
No, let's talk about something else. Hey, so when you went to boot camp, tell me about the gas chamber, boys.
Oh my god.
I loved it.
Oh my god.
hated it so much.
So you all had to do it no matter which branch you were in?
Brendan did not.
Okay.
Nope, not this guy. I bet you're wishing you went to the Coast Guard.
Actually, talking to some of the younger airmen, they didn't have to go through it because of COVID.
Oh, you suck.
That's the one way to get rid of that shit. Come on.
Yep.
I
mean, when I went through it, dude, that was the best.
I mean, you want to talk about snot rockets that are hitting the fucking ground?
And you just have tears just dripping down your face, and you're like, and you're breathing it in, and it just hurts to breathe, and you're just coughing, and you're trying to like flush everything out, and they're like, "Don't touch your eyes," and you're like, "But I got you.
I got you. They're on fire."
We had this kid whenever they just get us into the fucking gas chamber, and this kid started freaking out. The drill sergeant fucking pummeled his ass, ripped his gas mask off, held him down on the ground for like a minute or two, and then fucking threw him out and told him to get back in the line. He's doing it again.
Oh,
dude, in boot camp, we had a shit body that got like, I don't know. This guy was an idiot. I don't even know why he was in the Marine Corps or in boot camp, but like he failed with another platoon, so then he got added on to mine, and we were doing rappelling, and he's sitting there, and he's like, got the rope. He starts leaning over, just starts crying and freaking out, and this lieutenant just goes, boom, just push the right on him. This dude was hanging onto the rope, and you just see him go boom, 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 right off the side of the rappel tower, and he just like kind of slid down, and he ended up failing with us, and I think they shipped his ass through to another platoon.
Yeah, I think the Navy would have done that to him about 3 times, and then said, "Yep, we're going to send you home."
Yeah.
We were getting ready to graduate, and we had half of a platoon wound up sneaking into the drill sergeant's closet and grabbed their personal shit out and grabbed their phones and got caught.
I'm gonna put you guys on mute for a second. You're gonna hear me get yelled at for being late. So
all right,
we'll leave it on.
No, I'll just mute you guys. You guys will be able to hear everything.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. All right.
But
let's get ready for this,
Matthew.
But they wound up recycling a half of a platoon back to day one.
If he gives him a hug, I swear to God.
That's insane.
What's up, brother?
He had a mental day. That's all he's got to say.
Does the Air Force do that gentle parenting that they do now, where you get like everyone's
what?
Yes.
Where's your your safe space?
I woke up late. Damn it! It happens to everybody. Huh? Yeah, what the fuck, man? I'm fucking pissed off at myself because I woke up late. Write myself an LOC? I will. Keep it up.
Dude, see how easy these guys have this shit?
Article 15. That's not big enough for me. That's not that bad, honestly. Article 15, I could do that. I can get away with that.
Oh my god.
And if I went to my job right now, I'd be like, and was like, you know, it happens. My boss
Shit
will tell me.
happens, you know. Yeah, you tell somebody shit happens in the military, like in the Navy or in the
Sorry.
Air Force.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I don't want to look at his, you know.
What are we looking at here?
I think he's trying to have us look at his crotch.
What is it, the gig line?
Oh, wait. I think that was his stomach.
Is he literally wearing a reflective belt?
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's
Never mind,
inside.
I didn't get yelled at, boys.
In his daytime, too.
Yeah.
What's with the reflective belt, Matt?
The reflective belt? I'm on a podcast
Yeah.
right now.
I was talking to Wes and
You know what?
I'll get the rebuttal to you. He said no need.
Hang on, guys. Sorry, I'm dealing with work. What?
I said to Wes and I was like, I'll get the rebuttal to you soon. He said no need. For rebuttal.
Then he's throwing it away.
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, we'll still write the rebuttal, dude, because I don't trust that fucking idiot. Seriously. I don't trust that fucking retard. That dude will fuck you over. So we'll write it.
He's got Down
Hopefully
syndrome
that
too.
dude doesn't watch talking shit.
Must have got that shot.
Yeah, too many shots.
Too many shots.
Dude, his work has a vending machine. That's like.
Yeah, we own it, dude. That's one of our boys owns it here.
What?
Stock it.
One of the Air Force guys owns the machine, so he's making extra money.
Listen, they don't pay
Like,
enough.
hey,
You
man,
gotta
your
do a
machine
side
took-
hustle.
I mean,
Your machine
the
took my
Air
money.
Force must pay better if he can buy a vending machine.
That used to be part of our morale and
MWR shit.
yeah,
Morale, warfare, and recreation, or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
yeah. Welfare,
I mean-
not warfare.
Yeah. Welfare.
Dude, I'm fucking pissed off.
Weaponized snacks.
Got fucking hammered.
In between
last
morale
night,
and
woke up late
recreation,
as
we got a
fuck.
war,
Oh,
son.
I mean, hell, being the smallest branch, I mean, they get
Yeah,
the
I
biggest
know,
budget.
bro. I think working on
They get the
Thursdays
biggest what?
kinda fucking
They get the
gay.
biggest toys too.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking weekends, you know.
You took us into the bathroom with him.
Okay, so now we're in the restroom.
You gonna drop a deuce
Camera
right
does
now?
not add 10 inches. I'm telling you right now.
Come on, boys.
Take off that
Oh.
reflective belt, baby.
Is he about to go
What'd
with
you
you
say?
crossing guard
Did
duties?
he forget that he's on the show?
How you doing?
Is he wiggling
Ahoy.
his crotch at me?
I'm fucking pissed off, bro. You want the truth? Because I got hammed up last night, fucking hungover as fuck, and I woke up late as fuck today. So
Totally missed my podcast.
There we go.
Okay, we lost Matt. So.
No,
okay,
I'm still here.
oh, boy.
Wow,
It's inconvenient.
Oh,
that was
All right.
amazing.
where you
Like,
at?
that was amazing.
That was
No.
like a day in the life of an airman.
Right? Like that brought back so many memories of like waking up at 6 a.m. because I had to go to the armory and I'm hungover as hell and I'm just mad that I'm the one who has to do it today. Like,
I remember calling the officer on duty because I was an hour late and him going, "Well, way to go, dumbass." He says, what did he say? It's piss poor preparation is not an emergency on my part.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay, duly noted. I'll be in as soon as I can.
yeah. It was the P. It was all the P's. Proper prior planning prevents
Yeah.
piss poor performances. I was like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
wow.
Was there anything fun that you like to do?
Yes, play spades
Drink.
and drink.
I mean, that's what I did the majority of. Like,
Hell, then I could have just went in the military and just kept drinking.
There you
We
go.
had a
I
great
mean-
time. Literally, we had a great time. I think just about every place we went. I mean, it wasn't all cotton candy and rainbows and shit, right? But when you got some free time hanging out with your friends, playing poker, playing spades, going out on Liberty and having some drinks with the guys and whatnot. And
Yeah.
talking about how dumb your fucking chain of command is. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy. If he wasn't in charge of us.
My chief almost hit an island.
Hid an island?
Hit an island.
Oh, I thought you said hid. I
Hit.
was like, how the fuck?
It's pretty.
Like driving the boat? Did he fall asleep?
No. He just is not good at navigating.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we actually had some lobster traps that we used to set.
Oh,
You know,
all right.
that was good to go at work, and then you could walk down to the pier, grab some mussels right off the pilings.
That's
I
why
mean,
I
I
got
don't
Air
eat
Force
seafood,
see
but
that.
I mean, I still think that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad said he used to fish off and get the lobster traps.
Yep.
My dad was Coast Guard.
Yeah, it's not like Seinfeld. You just go, at low tide and just walk around and just grab stuff out of traps. No, you have to, we just stole it from our own traps.
We wound up getting a wireless router and setting it up on our pad, and we lived in tent cities, what we called it. And we would set a router up, and then everybody would get like their PlayStations together, and we would all tie into the same router, even though
Nice.
there wasn't no actual Wi-Fi, but we were all able to tie into it at the same time and play against each other, like Call of Duty and shit like that. And to avoid the TV gazing,
sorry
trying to
about
see
that,
where
guys. My
everybody's
fucking
at, we
phone
would
died.
have everybody on one team in one tent and everybody on the other team in another tent with their own setups in it. And you would hear us fucking like 3 blocks away fucking screaming at each other, "You motherfucker!"
All right. Now, like Brian, when they have certain things that they do special for like the Navy for when you go over the equator. And do you guys have anything special that you guys do in your branches? I don't know if everybody know. Heather, I don't know if you know what they do. So I'm going to let Brian explain what happens when they go over the equator.
So when you cross the equator, you can become a shellback. And when you cross the equator at a certain degree, because if you look at a globe and you look at the lines, the way the lines are, you'll have lines running north and south and east and west, of course. So when you hit the equator at a certain point, if you hit it, east to west or whatever, you're a shellback. Or if you just hit it north to south, you're a shellback. But if you hit it right in the middle, if you hit it at 180 degrees, you're called a golden shellback. So what it is we have this tradition in the Navy, and it's all about becoming the shellback, becoming how you start as a polywog and you become a shellback. And it's kind of hazing. It's a lot of fun. You wake up in the morning, you have green eggs and ham for breakfast. They pick the fattest guy on the ship to be King Neptune. And towards the end of your initiation, you will go up to King Neptune and ask to become a shellback. And when you do that, you're on your hands and knees, and you will dig a cherry out of his belly button with your teeth only.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I have belly button issues. They are not allowed to exist. No, I wouldn't do it. Oh my god.
It's a lot of fun. If you ever get a chance, if anybody ever shows a video or a film or anything, you should absolutely get a chance to watch it. You'll see what we go through.
So Brendan, have you ever taken a cherry out of a fat man's belly button with your teeth?
Not for crossing the equator. No, I have not. No.
So you hadn't become
I'm
a
afraid to
shellback.
ask my father.
No,
that.
my father actually had though.
Cool.
Yep, my dad was in the Navy and he did. I don't know about my grandfather.
Yeah, I crossed the equator twice. The first time when you cross the equator, when I crossed the first time, I went from being a polywog to a shellback. So the second time, I got to be one of those that got to haze people.
Whoa.
And I was like, yes, this is awesome. And our captain came on and was like, we're just going to sit right here at 180 degrees at 0, basically 0 latitude, 0 longitude. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he
that's
was like,
awesome.
we're just gonna sit here for a little bit and have our, our breakfast and our lunch and stuff like that. And it was just a great time, running around.
My dad got a certificate. Did you end up getting a certificate?
I have a mini certificate that you're supposed to keep on you. You were supposed to keep it on your wall. Yeah, I don't know where my big one is, but I have the littler certificate.
Yeah,
Just
my
don't
dad
know that.
my dad got a legitimate one. Otherwise, I would have never known. He never
You
told
want
me.
to call me a scumbag? You know what?
All right,
This
Matt.
elephant's for you.
Oh, we're gonna see fist fights.
You don't talk to me that way. It hurt my
Matt, are you in
feelings.
class?
You hear this shit?
Yeah.
Can you
what are
Are
they
the
believe
girls
that?
picking on you?
Is that a
Can you
woman?
believe that airmen pick
Yeah.
on NCOs this way in the Air
Wow.
Force? It's fucked up. I'm trying to help them out, and they're fucking sitting here talking shit.
Chris and Wes, you guys got to have some kind of traditions though that
You talk to me.
the Marine Corps,
I
and
mean,
the Army.
Podcast shit.
I think like a lot of the traditions the Marine Corps would have are really
Based in drinking.
yes. And then you also have like, and it's really the grunts. So like us pogues, like we didn't really have anything like that. Like I remember a buddy of mine who I was in a pogue unit, he was in a grunt unit, and I got promoted to Lance Corporal. So he was like, "You're getting
Holy fuck, my hair
snake
does look nice.
And I was like,
Does it look alright?
"You're a dick." I was like, "I don't want to do that." He's like, "Well, you're doing it." And the snake bite. So like the old insignias were metal, and they had 2 pins, and then like earring backings or whatever.
Yep.
For the snake
The
bite,
damn it.
Yep.
And
they would take them.
Yes, I've seen the videos.
They would take them off, and basically you would get slammed into. The other thing is like
I had mine put in my collarbone. It was a lot of fun.
yeah, like mine kind of shifted a little around it, so it didn't like get the whole thing. And then like when you become a corporal and you get your blood stripe, like they just
This
kind of
computer-
walk up and throw their knee right into that band right there, that IB, whatever it is, that band that goes from your hip to your knee. And like, just that kind of stuff. Like I turned 21 in Iraq and I got the shit kicked out of me. Like that
But
was
you were getting drunk the whole time doing that, right? I would hope
Well,
so anyway.
I
Not
mean-
in Kuwait.
not in Kuwait, but in Iraq, yes. Because we had this Iraqi that we called Big Pimp, and we would send him into Baghdad, and he would get us cases of beer and whiskey. And part of the reason that I was able to do that is because I worked in an S4 unit. So I was stationed in Babylon in Iraq, and I worked the armory, the chow hall, the mail. I did security, camp maintenance. I drove around a shit truck. I did everything there, and burning the trash was part of it. So like we'd go out there and we knew a couple guys at the gates, and we'd hand off some stuff, and they would just be like, "All right, go ahead." And like the night of that, my 21st birthday, oh my God. So we were already in straight party mode because it was somebody else's birthday. And then at midnight, I was like, I'm fucking 21. I've been drinking like Iraqi whiskey all day. And they ripped my shirt off. I was getting kidney punched. I like just full on, just hand to ass. Like I couldn't sit down the next day. And this one sergeant, he had me in a headlock, and it was a Mexican dude, and he had a tattoo of Pancho Villa on his arm, and he goes, "This is fucking Pancho Villa. You say his fucking name." And then he'd like punch me in the stomach. Oh my God. My lieutenant came down, and he saw us, and he just goes, "No." And he just walked away.
No.
He's like, I am not dealing with this, because like we had the motor T unit next to us, and they were like, "Shut the fuck up." And we're like, "Fuck you!" Just getting hammered. Oh my God.
I remember.
No, I was infantry in the army, and every time we get promoted, and whenever I got in, we had the digis, so we had the ranks were on our chest. So when you got promoted, you would have like your whole squad come by and set the rank. Basically punch you in the chest. You just stand there at attention. But whenever we had our dining out ceremonies, we all get full Class A uniform, everything else, and we had a drink called a grog. And it stems back all the way from the Revolutionary War. So for every war that U.S. has been in, that the U.S. infantry's been in, they add a bottle of something to it.
You like it though?
Oh.
So for like Vietnam, they added rice wine. Let's see. For the Civil War was Jack Daniels. And I mean, they just keep adding and adding and adding to it. And they put in like blue Gatorade to give it a blue color because the infantry blue. And they do like this big ceremony for it, and they just take bottles and just start, first person open up bottle, take a shot and dump it. And then the next person to come through, open a bottle, take a shot and dump it. And by the time it was said and done, there was probably about 15 gallons just sitting there waiting for everybody to go get a scoop of it. And we'd take canteen cup and just, that was our drink for the night.
Cup of
Sounds like a bad
grog.
morning.
Well, that just started the night, let me say.
Yeah.
And then normally the next morning they were like, all right, we're going to do a battalion run. And we're all still shit-faced drunk from the night before because we probably got about an hour of sleep.
Yeah,
And how much did you puke?
I
Everything
actually
you
never
drank the night
puked.
before?
We had this happen. We had a guy, he fell out on his own because he had to take a massive shit. So he's standing there on the side of the road taking a shit. And we do a about face and we start coming back around and he's just standing there, sitting there with his fucking shorts around his fucking knees, just going. Well, I was in Alpha Company and Bravo Company thought they were going to be smooth and start passing us. Well, they started falling out. And as they were falling out, they were breaking ranks and we're dropping knees into them as they're fucking coming through.
Just catching a knee to that.
He's like, you dumbasses. Stop breaking rank. Pow! And catch a knee to the side of the head.
Guy's taking a shit on the side of the road.
Dude, I mean, like they used to do that too. So every Thursday, when I was in the barracks, we had field day. We always had to clean our rooms, clean the
You
barracks,
take your charger back, bro. It's
and
not working.
all we ever did was get shitty.
It's like leaving me at
cameras.
3%.
Okay, field day, Heather, is not what you think.
You don't have that big thing. You go inside of it.
No.
No.
So, yeah, field day is just a day of
The parachute.
Yeah.
Listen, field day is cleaning and just beating the shit out of your barracks, getting it all straightened up, tidied up, and stuff like that. How about this one? Did you guys have working parties?
Oh yeah,
working parties. Was that a term you guys used, Wes?
Working parties? No, we called it more detail.
Detail.
Yeah.
Brendan, working party.
Yeah, working parties. Yeah. Details as
Matt?
well. We had them both.
Details.
Huh?
So we didn't have details. What do you guys call it in the Air Force?
I had him muted. So
Well,
What
he's
work
not muted
details?
now. Is it a detail or is it a working party?
We called it a GI party.
GI party.
Yeah.
See, they
So-
wanted to be like us and couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid, dude.
So
Seriously.
when you hear the term working party or GI parties and stuff like that, that's definitely not a party you want to attend.
No,
That's
it's
straight.
it's straight
grind.
work. It's the grimiest shit that you're gonna do.
It's
like,
barely
hey,
any alcohol. It's not even a party.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, like sitting out in the field for a week, setting up tents to run some stupid ass exercise that I'm not even going to be a part of.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh,
We were in boot camp and we went on our very first pizza run, man. Right towards the end of basic, our company commanders came in and said, "Hey, who wants to go on a pizza run?" We were like, "Fuck yeah, we all do." Everybody raised their hand.
this was boot
So-
camp.
In boot camp.
You
So
know
they
what we
got
call
us
that shit?
pizza. They got us pizza the very last week, our very last couple of days in, and then we went for a run afterwards. So
That's what I was about to say. You know what we call that shit when they bring us pizza? We call it blood pizza because usually they're about to fuck us over.
Oh no, that was on a ship. Anytime that there was a steak steak and lobster or an ice cream social. We'd have an ice
Yeah.
cream social.
I heard about the ice
bad
cream
news
socials.
is- The bad news is coming, guys. So you be
Yep.
on a 6-month deployment. That shit just got stretched out another 2 months.
Yep.
We'll be out here for 8.
If they give you blood pizza and you eat it, you're go next. You're stupid. That's you signing the contract, the blood contract. If you eat that pizza, you
Blood
just throw
pizza.
that shit out.
Pass on the pizza. I don't eat pizza anymore.
Because
Just kidding, I love
they'll come
pizza.
in. They'll be like, "Hey, you guys are doing a good job. So we got this pizza for you. With that being said, you guys are working 12s until further notice. And if you eat that pizza, fuck you. Seriously, throw it out."
So, who has the best dress uniform?
Marines.
Marines
Corps.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Marines.
Who has the ugliest uniform?
Coast Guard.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. Air Force. I don't like that blue.
I
yeah,
will
I
I will admit the hats are a little gay. I will admit the flight caps are a little gay. But
All right, I'm not a fan of the navy whites.
oh, dude, I
I'm
got
not a
in
fan
trouble.
of them either. We're the
But,
only
like,
ones wearing
the-
bell bottoms anymore.
The
Dude, I
blue
got in
on
trouble in
blue-
Pensacola for that shit. For someone was wearing their all whites and they were marching in a flight. I'm not too sure what you guys call them on the Navy side, but they were marching in a flight, and I saw some motherfucker that was making fun of me for being in the Air Force. And I said, "Damn, you're wearing all white. You really look like some seaman now." And my fucking instructor. My instructor came down and was yelling at me. I think he was like at E7, was yelling at me. I don't really give a fuck though, to be honest. Like, my instructor was like, "Here, come talk to me. Oh, I'll handle this." And then he brought me up there and he was like, "That was pretty funny. Just don't do that again."
All right,
What were
I
you
got,
saying a second ago, Chris?
I got
So-
a question.
Stop throwing fucking candy at me, damn it.
What was your best, like, fuck you moment to a senior officer?
Best fuck you moment? I don't know if I've really had a whole lot of those, to be honest with you. I'm kind of a beta
Sounds like-
bitch.
It sounds like he has them daily.
I
So-
feel like nothing.
All right, I got one. I was put on a detail, and we were supposed to be escorting troops across Kuwait, and they had like this bus system. You know, we had to escort them, you know, from one base to the other. And I go in, check, you know, they're like, "Up, no packs." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I was about to go release the bus and tell them, you know, "Fucking, you're on your own. Goodbye." And I step up on the bus and I'm telling the guy, "All right, you can go." And he goes, "We got one here." And I'm like, "What?" And I turn and look and, you know, onto the bus. And I'm like, "What the fuck, y'all?" You know, and there was this dude sitting on the bus. And I'm like, "What?" I said, "Did you sign out?" And he's like, "Yeah, I signed out." And I'm like, "Bullshit." The dude stood up and he was a captain.
Oh.
Whoopsie.
And my squad leader was like, "Get off the bus. Just get the fuck out of here." I'm like, "That's bullshit." I was like, called his ass out. And he came off and he was like, "Yeah, you're right. I lied to you." And he goes, "And you had every right to fucking call bullshit on me." And I'm like, "Well, you know, that's cool." But then the next, a couple of days later, I was at the Kuwaiti airport and had a full bird colonel come up to me and he was like, "All right, you're the chalk commander, so we're going to do this and this and blah, blah, blah. You know, we're going to SP out of here in like 20 mics. And I'm like, "No, sir, that's not how this works." And he was like, "What? You will do what I say. I'm the senior commanding officer here." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Do all respect, sir." I said, "Your rank does supersede me, but my position supersedes your rank, and it's my job and responsibility to get you safely to your next destination. So you will sit down."
Nice.
That must have felt so
Yeah.
good.
Oh, it did. Until I got hemmed up the next day by the next full bird on my base. And he was like, "What the hell happened?" And I explained to him. And he was like, "Oh, he's just being a douchebag then." I'm like, "Yes, sir." And he's
There
like,
you
"All right,
go.
carry on."
What about you, Brendan?
I got nothing.
You don't have the
I-
fuck you moment? Or...
Nah, I really never had one. I had, I mean, at one point, the only thing I think of is like my commanding officer told me. So I was training to be a cox Coxswain,
You're a cop.
coxswain,
You made it.
Cocksucker.
coxswain,
Coxswain.
a boat driver,
What?
a boat driver. He told me so when you do a search pattern, a certain search pattern, you're supposed to turn 180 onto datum, which is basically to allow for set and drift. So basically the ocean waves and the wind and all that stuff. So you turn onto a buoy, and that corrects any course correction that you need. And he told me not to do that, so I didn't do it. So of course, the last leg of that search pattern, you're supposed to be pointed towards the buoy, and it didn't happen, of course, because he told me to do it wrong. So the chief looked at me and was like, "Oh," so the commanding officer said, "Well, you did it wrong," and I said, "Well, I did it the way you told me to do it, sir." And the chief, so basically I said, "All right, well, I guess I'm done. I guess I failed." And the chief said to me, he goes, "Well, sometimes when you do stuff wrong, you need to get back on the horse and blah, blah." I'm like, "Well, first of all, I didn't do it wrong." I was like, "Second of all," I was like, "You were here. You heard him tell me not to do it correctly, right? Like, right, you were sitting right next to me. This is not a surprise." So he's like, I was like, "Fine, you want me to do it again? I'll do it again. I'll do it according to the way it's supposed to be done." And so, of course, I did it correctly because
You knew what you were doing.
yeah, because I knew what I was doing. And but it wasn't a fuck you moment, because then he went, "Oh, see, Brendan, you did it right." Oh, now that I'm like, go fuck you. Like, but that's the same chief that I yelled at for making me write down the
Oh my god.
yeah.
I will be a good boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a good boy 10 times
As
on
much
the
as-
chalkboard, sir.
As much as he was a really nice guy, he was a kind of a doofus. So he was the one that almost hit an island. So in the middle of the day. So yeah. So he was a peach.
Oh, man.
So yeah, sorry. I wish I had a better story for you. I really don't. Yeah.
I think my fuck you moment was they gave me a terrible fucking work center when I made E5. I was not the greatest leader at that time, and I was like, how do I fix what's fucked up already? So I went to one of the senior chiefs that was on the ship, and I was like, "Hey, listen, this is all blotted up in this work center and whatnot. We need to get it all fixed." He goes, "So erase everything from the database, like on the computer, and then just start over." So I did. My division officer was like, "How come there's no preventative maintenance scheduled for the next week with your work center?" And I was like, "Oh, because I'm starting over." He goes, "You're what?" I was like, "Yeah, I was told to start over, so I'm starting over." "Well, why are you starting over?" I said, "Because everything else was all wadded up. So what do you want me to do? Just leave it wadded up?" Well, I guess you're right. Well, yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I was told to make it better, so finally we made it better. So that's, I guess, one of the only. It wasn't even that great. I know it was.
So,
Oh.
so when I was in Iraq, I think I was there for about 4 months. A majority of the time, I would work till about 7, drink till about 2, get up at 6, and do it all over again. And there was one day in particular that was, what was that?
I said to be young.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Try that now.
There was one day that was super rough morning. Like, it was just miserable. I was hungover. I was hot. I was working all day. And I only had 2 pair of camis for my 9 to 11 month deployment. Well, the camis I was wearing at the time, the crotch blew out somehow, and I just called it built-in AC. But I was also driving around in a Humvee all day, and I was in Babylon. And even though I didn't even leave base, I always had to wear my flak jacket. So I'm trying to get to the chow hall just before it closes. I just basically park like right in front, throw off my flak jacket, and I have like a sweat ring from my chest basically down to my nutsack.
Mhm.
I get some food. I sit down. I look greasy, grimy, just dirty. And I'm just shoveling food. And I hear blah, blah. And then I'm like, and then this major just bends over, fresh shave, fresh haircut. He's got on like aftershave deodorant. And he's like, Marine, why are you so dirty? I was mid-chew and I was like, sir, because I've been working all fucking day. Just sat back down, just didn't even get up, didn't even acknowledge him. And I just kept eating and he just walked away. I was like, that dude could have chewed my ass so bad at that time. I still probably wouldn't have given a fuck. But like that he walked away, that was my fuck you, man. Yeah. You're an officer. You haven't done shit. I've been busting my ass all day.
So I had to go out and help train a signal battalion to get ready to go on deployment. And the first day that we all meet this new unit and shit, they're all doing their general briefing and stuff like that. Well, me and a buddy of mine, we were just walking around in this building, and this first sergeant come up to us, and we just got done doing a full 2-week field exercise. And being in the infantry, we didn't have time to clean our shit. We were, everything was still nasty as fuck. And this first sergeant come up, and he was like, chewing us up one side down the other about how dirty our uniforms are and how we'll never make sergeant and all this other shit. And he's like, what is your excuse? And we're like, we're infantry. And he was like, oh.
Right. Best
Carry on. Ever. So you're actually here to train us. I'm like, yeah, roger that, Top. And he was like, okay. Well, then the first day we're out on the range, trying to get these dumbasses to zero in and get qualified. And I walked by a lieutenant. Well, whenever in the Army, when we're on the range shooting, we train like we fight. We don't salute the officers. We just acknowledge them and keep walking. And I've been walking by this butter bar lieutenant and, acknowledged him. I'm like, morning, sir. And I kept on walking. And he turned around. He was like, Private, don't you recognize rank? And I'm like, sir, what the fuck, And he started going, started chewing me out for not knowing rank structure and this, that, and the other. Well, this major come walking up. And major seeing the whole thing happen. And he's like, so what's going on here? And the lieutenant's like, this private apparently doesn't recognize rank. And he goes, let's see. He looks over at me and he goes, what's my rank? I said, you're a major, sir. And he goes, what's his rank? And I'm like, he's a second lieutenant, sir. And he goes, all right, why didn't you salute him? I'm like, because we train like we fight. And he goes, you're absolutely right. You're dismissed. I walked off and that lieutenant got his ass fucking reamed. And then the rest of the time, this was like a month-long training event that I was in with these guys. And every time I came across that lieutenant, he was fucking making a beeline around me. Would not walk near me. Well, the last day,
I don't like this guy anymore.
Right.
The last day we were walking up into the chow hall when this lieutenant come walking out, and he had his hands full, paperwork, coffee, all that shit. And me and a few of my buddies were like, dude, 10-meter stagger. And I was the last one in the line. So we were spaced out far enough to where we had to walk by. Morning, sir. Morning, sir. Morning, sir. And he's fumbling around
he's trying to salute everybody.
He's trying to return the salute and he can't, and I'm the last one. Morning, sir. And he was like, you fucking asshole.
That's not Matthew.
Yeah.
Nope.
Poindexter.
I think he's trying to see how long until we notice.
I've noticed plenty of times, but
did that kid get the shot too? Does he have Down syndrome as well?
Yes. He has a rare form of Down syndrome.
Fantastic.
You hear him? He sounds
all right.
sick.
All right, I'm going to ask one final question, and then because normally this is only an hour show, but we seem to make it work 2 hours.
Jesus. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there.
hey, Brian, your team's losing, by the way.
What's
all right,
new?
one last question. When you guys were over overseas or away from your family, what was the best gift or present that they sent you?
I actually got a care package from my son's school.
Oh.
From all the students in his class.
So you got like snacks, like ghee dunk and stuff like that. Junk
That
food
and, you know, letters and
letters,
a couple
yeah.
of them sent like some like T-shirts over and stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
I actually got, I thought it was really cute, but I got letters from the kids at a local school, and one of them wrote, I hope you don't die on it. And it was like, it made me really laugh, and it was really funny.
Oh,
So it
son, I'm in the
made my
Air
day.
Force.
Yeah, he's like, hope you don't die. I was like, I work on jets, bro.
Oh man, what you got,
Uh,
Brendan?
Oh, I got nothing. No one give me
No,
He's in
shit.
Connecticut. He can buy
I
his
did,
own
yeah.
shit.
When you were in
Yeah.
Connecticut and far away from home,
It doesn't sound like hell, but you know,
it's
it was
Connecticut, so it
was
definitely
tough.
sounds like
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. No, I got a few things at boot camp. My brother sent me a nudie mag covered with an ESPN like cover. So like I'm like, oh, he sent me a magazine. I was like, that's kind of weird. And then I open it up and I'm like, oh shit.
Best ESPN catalog ever.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, other than when I was in not really. No. Didn't send shit. And then I didn't go overseas. So
No letters from kids saying how awesome you are.
no. Like, how much of a loser are you? You couldn't even get in the army.
Well, now you get hate mail, so you see we make up for it.
Yeah, now I get hate mail.
I mean, at least you didn't get a Jody letter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
No, I gotta do
I
I
knew
gotta
somebody.
do-
That got,
I
I knew
gotta-
somebody that. Got, oh,
Okay.
Yes.
You got a question?
What's the
Hey,
Jody
you
letter?
brought it up. You take
What's
it.
the Jody letter?
Yeah.
You got it.
That's
Wes.
the letter you get whenever your significant other sends you, says that there's another person that they're leaving you for.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the Jody letters.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I did get
Your
a
Dear
Dear John, but that
John,
was
dear-
after the military.
Fuck
So,
women.
Oh,
That was your wife last week, right?
yeah.
ouch.
Damn, Heather.
Yeah, I already got a new one.
Holy cow.
All right,
She
Brian.
was
You know
mad.
what? You know
Uh,
what? Mine was, getting care package from the wife and having in that care package fresh T-shirts and underwear and socks, because you couldn't buy that shit in the ship store. You could buy all the candy bars and all that shit that you wanted to, but to be able to have fresh clothes, dude, was absolutely amazing. And then laying in my rack with the pillow that she made me, the Steelers pillow, and then reading the letters and stuff. That was just, it was always
The new
really something to look
pictures.
forward to, dude. We're not gonna go there. We're not allowed to talk about that on. This is a PG show, isn't it?
Oh, bullshit.
13.
PG-13.
I think we've gone to 13 a couple times here.
Almost rated R.
Making it into
Once or twice.
For like 1 minute, this was a family show.
Yeah, when Mark said hello.
Hello.
Nico, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse a lot.
Oh, that was what done us in. Yeah, not
Oh,
the
what the fuck,
It was
man.
it was all
Not the
you,
giant
Matt.
12-inch
It was
dildo.
all
I thought
you.
I thought it
The
I thought
foot-long
it was
dildo is
getting
a true
dressed on
story.
screen.
The dildo story.
No, it was
What
definitely
was yours,
story,
Chris?
Matt.
All right.
Some
Yeah.
some
I
of
mean,
these
I would
younger guys
say-
can attest to it.
I would
too.
say
They've seen it.
probably the best,
Huh?
like in boot camp, the best
I bought
thing
it.
that I
Any
got was
being
like
deployed or anything. Yeah.
was a letter with gum in it, because I constantly chew gum. So I was like, send me some gum. And in boot camp, it's like Marine Corps boot camp. It's like prison. You don't
Oh,
get anything.
Yeah.
You get the food they give you at the time you're allowed to eat.
Mhm.
And if you are the last person to sit down, you have the shortest amount of time.
Yep. 2
And
minutes.
and then I think like hi. Sorry. Yes, that's a teddy bear. When I was overseas, I actually sent my mom my debit card, and I was like, listen, I need glasses and contacts because I've been wearing the same contacts for about 4 months, and I don't have any more, and I don't have glasses. My eyeballs are like sandpaper right now. So I had her like, I was like, get whatever you need. And I was like, send me some glasses, send me some contacts. Here's my prescription. And she did. I was like, all right, this works.
Oh hell! The only time that he wrote me when he was in Kuwait was to ask us to send him some vodka
Yeah.
in a scope bottle.
And
Hell
I wrote I wrote
Except-
down directly exactly how to do it to the T, so it didn't taste like scope either.
He still fucked it up.
And
No,
no,
I
he
know-
didn't do it.
I
He's
didn't,
like,
He
"Am I gonna
didn't
get in
do it.
trouble?"
No, you're not
no,
going to
no,
get in trouble.
I didn't care about that. I just didn't do it because I had
Lies,
other things to do,
lies,
like
lies.
drink the alcohol that I was supposed to send you.
Yeah, I
Well,
was just
that,
gonna
like,
say,
hey,
he's like-
can you
he's
believe
like,
that
this is
him and
pretty
I are
good.
brothers?
That's crazy.
Same
No, I
father,
believe him
different
and Michael
mothers.
are brothers, but
Oh,
not you.
fuck
and,
you.
Not you and no.
Shut up.
He said, "Fuck you." Damn, you guys went through the ringer, huh? 4 months with no fucking brand new contacts. Like, I think the worst thing that's ever happened to me was just shitting my pants on the flight line. That's it. I needed
not
new
having the
pants,
extra,
but-
not having the extra pants around.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude,
it was
I broke my hand one time, and I went and got an X-ray, and it was taking too long, and I left. And this was a Saturday. I broke it Friday, got the X-ray Saturday. I went back to my job on Monday, and they were like, "Hey, you need to come back to the hospital. Your hand is broken in 2 spots." I was like, "All right, I guess,
Sure,
sure."
Sure.
All right, guys. Well, I gotta go. Go to
He
work.
did ask you.
Hey,
Steph.
thank you.
Finally, he made it to work, and
Yeah, I've been here. I've been fucking having to do NCO shit. So.
made it on the show. 45 minutes late.
He's had to
Yeah,
do
sorry
NCO
about-
stuff, but
sorry
he
about
still
that.
has time for the show.
Dude, I miss being an NCO. There you go.
Hey, Terminal Lance E3.
Well, I'll catch you guys later. You guys take it easy, all right?
Matt,
Later.
thanks for
All right.
coming
All
on.
right,
again.
thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Stay safe, man.
See you, buddy.
Yep, take it easy.
Enjoy
boys.
the chow.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Yeah.
Tell Gordon we said
Enjoy the Egyptian cotton sheets that you have too. You fuckers.
hi.
I was
600
waiting for
count.
Brian to say. So did Gordon cook you dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can only
Should've
use the
found
Gordon
out.
thing so many times, bro.
Yeah.
It's-
Well,
it's
he
tiring.
never heard it. He didn't
Oh,
hear
yeah.
it when.
Well, yeah, because he was 45 minutes late.
Well, hopefully he goes back and watches the show from the beginning and goes, "Man, I wish I would have been on at the beginning. That would have been great."
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out.
Could have told us about Chef Irvine. Bobby
Yeah.
Flay.
See, Bobby
Yeah.
Filet.
Yeah.
They got the
Okay.
cookbook.
Okay. I lied
Rachel
about one
Ray.
thing. I have one other question.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ!
Shut up, Brian.
He's a question monster.
All right. Would you recommend the military to the younger generation?
No.
I'm a yes.
I mean, I would say yes, but it would just depend on the person.
On your kid, for your kid. And Wes, I already know that answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would not recommend it. I would not force it. I would let them make their own choice.
Yep.
But I would definitely steer them away from the Marine Corps.
Any branch but the Marine Corps. Huh?
I got 2 girls. I don't want them in the Marine Corps.
Please go in the Air Force where they have
Right,
the
Air
Egyptian
Force,
cotton
Navy.
sheets.
Whatever. Maybe
Chef
the
Irvine cooks for you. They work out on fucking bicycles, okay? Their PRT, the PT, their test is done on a fucking bicycle, okay? How fast can you pedal that fucking thing? You know what I mean? So,
All right.
yeah, join the Air Force.
All right. I'm going to let you guys go.
All right. Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you all.
Hey guys,
for
it
your
was awesome
service.
meeting you guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your services, boys. We appreciate you too.
Likewise.
I'll
Yeah.
see you sometime next week, Chris.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, fuck you. I have a orthopedic doctor appointment tomorrow. They found a tear in my shoulder.
You're
Okay.
falling apart.
So finally, 3 months. Took them almost 4 months to find that out.
Go 5 years. Then we'll
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Play,
like, fuck
play your
you.
outro, Mark.
Yeah.
Play
Bite
this
me.
outro that you got for us.
Bite me.
Wait, there's an out.